What's happening? What's happening, man? What's cracking? What's cracking? How's everybody doing? Yo, the internet is insane, man. God, dog. Oh my god, man. The internet is so insane, man. Internet is so insane, man. It is insane, boy. I tell you, man. Damn. How's everybody doing, man? Shout out to all the early birds, man. Gauss Merlot, man, in the building. Stephanie McCoy, M626M. Agent Zero, Carlos, Laughing Stock, JT the Black Skin, Fernando, George. What's happening, man? YouTube censors our free speech. Yeah, let's see, man. Let's see, man. Let's see what's cracking on social media right now.
But white women will say this to a black psychotherapist: I want to have a black
Why?
baby.
Why?
I
Why do
say,
they say that?
why? Because white people, if we look at the skin color white, white is the genetic inability to produce color. It is a genetic deficiency state. It is a form of albinism. It has never been discussed in this way, but genetically, biologically, this is what it is. White people they don't have the capacity to produce color. They wish they could. This is why they spend a lot of time suntanning, makeup, all of that is trying to give color to colorless skins. Okay. Now, because they have this deep psychological need, they are the only people in the world, they are the minority in the world who cannot produce color. And so they can't produce it, they can't make it on their own. They try to suntan, and then at the sexual level, they have attractions to people who can give them the illusion that they have participated in the production of color. So the white man has gone all over the entire world, having sexual relations with every group of non-white women that he meets. The white woman, when she has been allowed to, sexually aggressive towards men of color.
She is allowed to.
And so then she gives vent verbally to that fantasy. I want to have a product of color because this is the one thing that I can't do.
Well, that wasn't racist. Hey, nice girl. Let's see. Everybody hit the like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button for Jasmine Crockett, man. Sponsor the show, man. Sponsor the show.
Let me tell you.
What does this woman have a mask on for, man? Yo, what the hell? Why is she wearing a mask? Why that lady wearing a mask, man? What's going on here, man? Only thing masks work for is ugly people, man. If you ugly, that's the only reason you should wear a mask.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something, trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country, we ain't left either. And I'll yield.
Would you yield back?
I'll yield too.
Black Twitter is like going in is crazy over that, man. I Instagram all that. That was like the goddamn Gettysburg Address for black people, man. Black people literally act like that's the Gettysburg Address, man. We are literally the children of the world, man. We are literally the children of the world. They literally acting like this was some powerful thing she said right here.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something, trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country, we ain't left either. And I'll yield.
Would you yield back?
I'll yield too. Let me
We gonna get to that a little later, man. She's a fucking moron, man. Oh shit. That's funny, man. That was hysterical, man. Oh man. Whew. Lord Jesus. Um Ugh. If they kiss, I'm turning it, man. Please don't kiss. Let me see. Oh yeah, they ain't gonna kiss around that time. I'm gonna stop it at 25 seconds.
Gregory, did you stop?
State Rep Vinton Jones of Texas and a Dallas Democrat just proposed to his longtime partner Gregory Scott Jr. Moments after being sworn in. Jones popped the question when the House went into recess. And look at all the black women just loving this shit. They weird, man. Black women are weird, man. None of them probably married, man. No, we not showing the kiss, man. I don't want to throw up, man.
Gregory, did you stop? Amen.
Yo, this is the Democrat Party, man. This is the Democrat Party. Okay, they hug. All right, we ain't risking it. We ain't risking it, man. We ain't risking it, man. That's too risky, man. Too risky, man. Um, Jesus Christ. Are you gay? Why are you gay? This Democrats, man. Yeah, that's inappropriate, man. That was inappropriate from y'all, man. Y'all, yeah, that was out of. Oh shit. Yeah, Congress is off the chain today, man. Congress is off the chain, man. Congress is off the chain, man.
Mr. Hexer, what is the highest level of international negotiations that you have engaged in, that you have led in? Because the Secretary of Defense does lead international security negotiations. There are three main ones that the Secretary of Defense leads and signs. Can you name at least one of them?
Could you repeat the question, Senator?
Sure. What is the highest level of international security agreement that you have led? And can you name some that the Secretary of Defense would lead? There's three main ones. Do you know?
I have not been involved in international security arrangements because I have not been in government other
Okay.
than serving in the military. So my job has been
So
to
no, the
lead
answer is no.
men
Can
and
you
women in
name one of the
combat.
three main ones that the
If you're
Secretary
talking
of
about defense
signs?
arrangements, I mean, NATO might be one that you're referring to.
Status of Forces Agreement would be one of them.
Status of forces agreement. I've been a part of teaching
So-
about status of forces agreements.
But you don't
inside
remember to
Afghanistan.
mention it? You're not qualified, Mr. Hexeth. You're not qualified. You talk about.
Who says that who says that during a hearing, man, that the person isn't qualified? That's totally inappropriate, man.
About repairing our defense industrial complex. You're not qualified to that. You could do acquisition and cross-servicing agreements, which is same.
Look, Rosalinda, go back to your fucking country, Rosalinda. Trump, when you get in office, let her be the first one you send back. Let her be the first one you send back, man. What's she talking about, man? You're not supposed to say that. That's too much. Jeez. Um, let me see what they saying right here. Ahmad, man. Okay, that's um. We might as well go to the other app, man. Yeah, we might as well go to the other app, man. Let me so everybody hit the like button, man.
Here we are today. Thank you so much, Madam Chair, Madam Ranking Member. Here we are today, Republicans who have voted consistently against the Violence Against Women Act, who have taken away the right of all women to choose and have control over their own body, who, as women are bleeding out in parking lots across the country, standing there, allowing us to die, now want to pretend today that they care about women. And why?
What is she talking about? Women all over bleeding out in parking lots? What the fuck is she talking about? I think she's talking about like abortion clinics or something. What the fuck is she talking about?
Who, as women are bleeding out in parking lots across the country, standing there, allowing us to die, now want to pretend today that they...
Yo, women are bleeding out all over in parking lots. Where the fuck have I been? Where have I been?
Care about women. And why? To open up gender and, yes, genital examinations into little girls in this country.
No, little boys. Little boys that y'all turn into little girls. They act like it's sicker to listen. I don't know what they talking about. I guess they're talking about like to prove you're a girl or something like that, to play sports or something. Yeah, but they're acting like it's sicker and more demonic to give a girl a physical, to give a child a physical to make sure that they're a girl before they play girl sports, a physical, than to literally cut their shit off and mold it into some other shit and stuff it back up inside of them. This is why the Democrats always, win. I mean, even though they lost this last one, their candidate was just horrible. If they had a half decent candidate, they would have won. She's on the side of cutting off a little boy's junk, twisting it and turning it and flipping it and making it into a cooch, stuffing it up inside the boy, and then calling him a girl. We just want to give the child a physical to make sure he's what gender he is, so we can determine what sport he can play. And we're the weird ones. And we can't figure out how to, message that narrative to make them look like the weird ones. Conservatives can't like flip that on them. They just they can't figure out how to flip that narrative right there.
In the so-called name of attacking trans girls. And to that, today, what we have to say are two words: not today. The majority right now says there's no place in this bill that says it opens up for genital examinations. Well, here's the thing. There's no enforcement mechanism in this bill. And when there is no enforcement mechanism, you open the door to every enforcement mechanism. Trans girls are girls. And for all the folks that are so concerned, thank you for your concern about women for the first time that I've seen.
Bitch, you're up there. We allowed you to be in Congress, bitch. Go to Saudi Arabia, see if you can be a congresswoman, you fucking bitch. This is the first time we cared about women. We allowed you to be up there, you dumbass.
I don't know about y'all. I don't know who's been to gym class lately, but girls, even if you only believe in two genders, I've played co-ed sports all the time. But what this also opens the door.
Not against me. I'd have broke your fucking arm just bumping into you. Like seriously, like if we ran into each other and our knees clacked, your shit would break in half. If you caught an elbow from me, you need plastic surgery, bitch. And I'm not even trying to talk about like malicious. I'm just talking about in the course of the game. If I was going for a shot or a block and I hit you with an elbow, you would need plastic surgery, bitch. If we was both going for the basketball and we banged into each other, you'd be in a fucking hospital. Fuck are you talking about?
Sports all the time. But what this also opens the door for is you only believe in two genders. I've played co-ed sports all the time. But what this also opens the door for is for women to try to perform a very specific kind of femininity for the very kind of men who are drafting this bill.
A very specific kind of femininity. You mean the only kind of femininity? XY chromosome. I mean XX chromosome. Being a woman. Double X, man. Make sure y'all sponsor the show, guys. Sponsor the show, man. We need some sponsors tonight, man. XX, man.
And to open up questioning of who is a woman because of how we look, how we present ourselves.
No, because of how you have a dick. And because of how you have a Y chromosome. And because how you have a testosterone and of how you have hair everywhere. Not how you look.
The very kind of men who are drafting this bill, and to open up questioning of who is a woman because of how we look, how we present ourselves, and yes, what we choose to.
Hit the like button, hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App was a Super Chat. Let me see. Somebody said, how do I sponsor the show, man? It's easy, man. Let me tell you, man. Yeah, it's so easy, even a caveman can do it, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. You just hit that pay and everybody who's new, subscribe, man. Subscribe, man. Subscribe, man. This woman is dumb as shit, man. She's one of the stupidest people to ever walk the face of the earth, man. God, oh, man. She's a bad look for America, man. That's a bad look, man. She may even John Fetterman, man, ain't as bad of a look for America as she is, man. The fact that John Fetterman, I take John Fetterman. Well, I have to. He's the senator of my state, man. But yeah, man, we got John Fetterman up here in Pennsylvania, man. And I'd rather have him than fucking AOC, man.
To do with our bodies. I know who loves this bill. Yes, bigoted folks love this bill. Assaulters love this bill.
Assaulters. So I'm a bigot and I'm assaulter because I don't want my daughter to have to play sports against fucking goddamn Bo Jackson and shit.
But also, CEOs love this bill because Los Angeles is on fire right now. And this is the number one priority to the majority.
Yeah. She is so stupid, man. God, dog. She is so stupid. She is so stupid. God, dog. Jesus Christ.
Of all women to choose and have control over their own body.
Jesus Christ. She is stupid, yo. She's not just, she is literally stupid. She's a fucking moron, man.
Yes or
Our
no?
veterans organizations that will help
All these women.
our veterans.
Yes
Are
or
you
no?
willing to support
Yes
our
or no?
veterans organizations that will help our veterans
Yes
get
or no?
every
Did you
damn
hear
thing
about
that
it?
they
Do you
deserve
not know
because
this
they
answer?
signed on the dotted line
Yes or
to
no?
keep our
Yes
state
or
just
no?
like
Yes
Are
or
you
no?
willing
Did
to
you hear about
support
it? Yes
our
or no?
veterans organizations that will help our veterans
Yes
get
or no?
every
Did you hear
damn
about
thing
it?
that they
Do you
deserve
not know
because
this
they
answer?
signed on the dotted line
Yes or
to
no?
keep our
Yes
state
or
just
no?
like
Yes
Are
or
you
no?
willing
Did
to
you hear about
support
it? Yes
our
or no?
veterans?
Yeah. That's Congress in the United States, man.
The way they are moving, the unpredictability of how they're moving, the swiftness with how they're moving, you are not going to outrun these fires. If you stay, you're going to die in them, and it's not worth it. So if you're told to evacuate, get the hell out. Save yourselves. You can rebuild because we are going to rebuild. We also, I think, have to be mindful of the risks that will fall these fires, and that is when the rains come and the risk of mudslides. So I say that because we need to know what we're looking forward to ahead. But I want to underscore.
Yeah. She looked like a devil, man. A demon, man. Jeez. Everybody hit the like button, man. Shout out to Dot Jimmy Stewart. Jack Gouchmer Low says, here is to our own caveman. Ock runs the best lives on this site, man. Yeah, man. Everybody hit the like button. Share, man. Share it on social media, man. Hit the like button and share the stream on social media, man.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that
She gonna keep saying train. Jesus Christ.
somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all
I
to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will
am
in your
reclaiming my
life.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a
Chairman,
child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not.
Yeah, Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace went to the Citadel, man. She had beat the brakes off Jasmine Crockett. But the only thing, man, is that they're going to call you racist if you beat her up, Nancy Mace. Let's see what black people say, man. Good Lord. This one says, in an ideal situation, people should be able to see from Nancy Mace's actions that she isn't a child. Apparently, Nancy Mace doesn't believe her actions to be sufficient proof of maturity beyond that of a child, so she tried to compensate by mentioning her age. I mean, don't act like a bratty little child and you won't get treated like one. Good Lord, Nancy Mace is trash. Super cringe. She's a fragile little snowflake who wore a sling after someone shook her hand too hard. Mace wants to take it outside Ozempic twig versus the Texas tornado. Put money on the. They want a little black girl who grew up in private school, in Catholic private school, to go against a woman, the only woman to graduate from the Citadel. Only woman to ever graduate from the Citadel, or the first one. Nancy Mace went to a prestigious military school, and they think that that girl could beat her because she's black, which is racist. Think about how racist that is to think that some little black chick from that went to private school all her life can beat up the first woman to graduate from the Citadel just because she's black. Press 1. That's racist, ain't it?
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all
I
to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those.
They think you sisters can strong, man. They think all you sisters know how to fight, man. Y'all strong.
Emails actually have
ceilings.
Chairman,
Order,
I am
please.
reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that.
Order.
I am not a
Chairman,
child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
Order.
Point of order.
That's right, Nancy Mace. Whoop her ass, man. Whoop her ass, man. Whoop her ass, man. This one said, I'm saying kick ass in my head. Mace will learn to step back and not act superior. I thought it was hilarious that trashy Nancy took offense to being called a child and then acts like an absolute child trying to go outside and fight.
My mind, I'm thinking, I just got to Austin and I had to beat 5 people to get here.
So now she ghetto. This is her, man. Shout out to Andy Armour, man. He says, and all of a sudden, John Fetterman speaks normally now. Crazy. This is her before she realized that being a ghetto ratchet congresswoman would make her a black pop star on Twitter and in IG.
My mind, I'm thinking, I just got to Austin and I had to beat 5 people to get here. I don't know about this. So y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something. It's a huge responsibility. You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat. I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do.
And
I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services.
They send them to Texas, they send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank.
There was someone that talked to me and said, in fact, a former ambassador in the Clinton administration.
Please calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense. Someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
I had no idea what you just said.
The management, so to speak, changes. It's not just always one party that has everything.
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
He said, if you really want to make real change, you really need to consider it.
If I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send her
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Oh shit. Says she attended MICDS for high school in St. Louis, where the tuition was $35K a year. That's a good thing, man. That's great, man. Awesome. Can we see some of that, man? Some of that intelligence, man? I wonder where she went to college, man. Probably went to Ivy League school or something like that, man. Shout out to Divine Footsteps gifting 5 Ock Nation memberships, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. Darren, man. My man Darren says, let's raise a GoFundMe for Cratchit versus Mace fight. Yeah, I think Nancy Mace will beat the crap out of Jasmine Cratchit, man. I think she would mop the floor with her, man. Salute to my man Benedict, man. Benedict. He said if affirmative action and DEI had a baby, it would be Jasmine Cratchit.
There has been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an
We did a story on that yesterday, man, in Baltimore.
Which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work? We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is
Ma'am, that's not how it happened. You're right. That didn't happen. That's not how it happened. She's right. Freudian slip.
and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression. We didn't ask to be here. We're not the same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen. So yeah, we are going to sit here.
But now Nigerian men, they'll marry somebody they'll marry somebody that makes Roseanne Barr look like Farrah Fawcett just to get over here, man. Or they'll fly to Mexico and then walk across the border in droves. That's what those Africans is doing now. They running away.
Here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us, people of color on this side of the aisle, that y'all are the ones being oppressed. There has been no
Jasmine Cratchit is a legend. Some people just love to see people dunk on white people. There's a lot of white people that like seeing black people dunk on white people. Jesus Christ. Congress is off the hook today, man.
Would you use our military to take over Greenland or an ally of Denmark?
Senator, one of the things that President Trump is so good at is never strategically tipping his hand. And so I would never in this public forum give one way or another
So
direct
that-
what orders
that
the president would
sounds
give
to
me
me-
in any context.
That sounds to me that you would contemplate carrying out such an order to basically invade Greenland and take over the Panama Canal. Would you use our military to take over?
And what's wrong with that? Goddamn, Hirohito. Zada. You do not belong in Congress. You are a woman. Go back to the kitchen. Jesus Christ. There was low audio over that clip. Okay. Oh, shit. Nah, that's Wanda, man. That ain't Shanae, man. It's Wanda, man. You getting your shows mixed up, man. That's Wanda. Jesus Christ, man. Whew, jeez. Look at, and this is racism. This shows how racist white women, white liberal women are. This woman says, "Who believes?" I don't know. Maybe she's not white. Maybe because she has American in her. No, she's not. I mean, maybe she's not conservative. I mean, liberal. She has America. You would never have an American flag. Oh, she's a proud patriot. Okay, so she thinks that Nancy Mace is more professional and mature than Jasmine Crockett. Once I saw that America, because no Democrat would ever put America anything on anything that would involve them. They hate America. Could you imagine if Nancy Mace called her a child? Oh my God. That harkens back to slavery when they called black people children. Let's see, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Smash the like button, man. How many likes I got, man? Tell me how many likes I got, chat. Sponsor the show, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Let's get.
Today, gang member Jairo Sayans pleaded guilty to killing 7 people in separate attacks on Long Island.
Jennifer McLogan covers the island. She was in court today and heard from the parents of 2 people.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Today, gang member Jairo Sayans pleaded guilty to killing 7 people in separate attacks on Long Island.
Jennifer McLogan covers the island. She was in court today and heard from the parents of 2 people he killed.
Why? Why did it happen? Why did you choose my daughter that day?
Nisa Mickens, age 15, was slaughtered while walking home from her Brentwood school with best friend Kayla Cuevas. Both girls murdered with machetes and bats at the hands of a brutal clique of the MS-13 street gang. Now,
damn, machetes and bats.
Cuevas. Both girls murdered with machetes and bats at the hands of a brutal clique of the MS-13 street gang. Now, nearly 10 years later, 28-year-old Jairo Sayans admitted in court he signed off on the murders of Cuevas and Mickens. I agreed with other members of MS-13. They should kill the females, he said in Spanish. Jairo Sayans, also known as Funny, will join his older brother Alexei, also known as Blasty, in
Funny and Blasty, man. And I thought black people had weird names, man. Jesus Christ, man. Shout out to Divine Footsteps, man. $5 challenge. Let's go. WGF 54, man. Sound like a radio station. He says he became a member on YouTube, man. Salute to you, man. Hey yo, me my brother, man. Oh, what's up, Funny, man? Hey, who's that with you, Funny? Oh man, that's my brother, man. His name's Blasty, man. Yeah, man. Blasty, I want you to meet. Blasty, man. I want you to meet Responsible, man. This is Responsible, man. Responsible, and that's his sister, man. That's his sister, man. I forgot your name, young lady. What's your name? Oh, my name is my name is Maturity. Oh, nice to meet you, Maturity. You kind of look like this girl I used to know named Stinky, man. No pun intended, man. Stinky, man. You look like Stinky. What kind of name? What the hell is going on, man? Get these people out of here. Trump, man, come kick these people out, man. Send these people back across the border, man.
Spanish. Jairo Sayans, also known as Funny, will join his older brother Alexei, also known as Blasty, in prison 40 to 60 years after pleading guilty to 7 murders. Prosecutors say the Sayans brothers were known as gang leaders among 13 defendants charged in multiple barbaric MS-13 murders.
This kid has no idea what he's done to me.
Sayans admitted luring George Johnson's son Michael into a wooded area, stabbing and hacking him, thinking he was a rival gang member.
The holidays get rougher and rougher. When I got to look at all my other kids that are there, when they're there, that's when I feel it. Because all my kids are there. And he's not there.
Kayla Cuevas' mother, Evelyn Rodriguez, became an anti-gang activist appearing at President Trump's State of the Union. She was fatally struck by a car during a dispute over a memorial for her daughter.
Why Kayla? Why Nisa? You know, it shouldn't have never happened. He's not God. He has no power to take a life just like that with no remorse.
No remorse, Sayans turned, smiling and chuckling in court when he spotted family members who left without speaking. From Central Islip, Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, CBS News, New York.
Jairo Sayans will be sentenced in June. His older brother, Alexei, will be sentenced at the end of this month. Families had lobbied for life in prison.
Nah, life in prison, they can get out in 25 years on parole, man. They can see the parole board in 25 years. You get them bitches 60, 70 years, they're gonna have to do way more than 25 years.
A teenager faced a judge. A teenager faced a judge today to learn his fate after his role in a deadly car crash. He was under the influence and speeding at the time. 8 News Now reporter Joshua Peguero was in court as the judge used his case as an example.
A 19-year-old was sentenced to prison for killing one person and seriously injuring another in a crash, but the outcome is not what his lawyers expected.
It will be the order of the court that the defendant is sentenced to a term of 5 to 12 and a half years in the Nevada Department of Corrections.
Well, that ain't shit.
That's
a long
Those words
sentence,
led the
though.
court-martial to handcuff Angel Bello Martinez.
That's a long sentence for vehicular manslaughter. That's a long sentence right there. 5 to 12 years. He'll probably do 3, 4 years. Vehicular manslaughter is you don't get a lot of time for that.
Led the court-martial to handcuff Angel Bello Martinez. The teen had walked into court a free man. You can hear his family crying. Prior to Judge Eric Johnson giving him 5 years in prison, Bello Martinez's lawyer argued for a 2 to 5 year sentence.
He has a family here that is going to suffer a great loss as well. I ask that the minimum sentence be imposed due to acceptance of responsibility, his remorsefulness for his actions.
Police arrested Bello Martinez last year in March for a high-speed head-on collision on Lake Mead near Rancho and Decatur. He pleaded guilty to DUI resulting in death and reckless driving resulting in substantial bodily harm. The teen hit Ann Rosati and her daughter, Sashiana Rosati's car. Witnesses described seeing the destruction.
I felt really bad for the daughter because that could have been anybody.
Ann died in the crash, while Sashiana suffered injuries so severe she couldn't attend court.
Here we have a victim who is going to be impacted for the rest of her life, and that's going to impact upon her child. The clear impact of this is on the family that lost a very dear mother.
At the time of the crash, police called out Bello Martinez for being intoxicated.
You are not allowed to consume marijuana and drive. It is a DUI. You're not allowed to consume marijuana if you're under 21 years old.
The victim's family declined being awarded restitution from the defendant, but Judge Eric Johnson says this is an example of what can happen when driving under the influence. Reporting at the Regional Justice Center.
A human hand found inside a mailbox, a key piece of evidence in a death penalty murder trial now underway in Clark County. Prosecutors say Anthony Newton brutally killed Cesar Molina back in 2016. 8 News Now investigates.
Damn, Anthony Newton killed Cesar Molina. We even for that dude, for the MS-13 dude in New York, man. We even, man. Shout out to Darren, man. He says, what happened to the Black and Brown Coalition? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Theater Kyle Payne, the only reporter in the courtroom, has the details from downtown Las Vegas.
By all accounts, Anthony Newton was locked up at Clark County Detention Center when a woman in Henderson sent her child to the mailbox and eventually found inside it a human hand. It's an unforgettable piece of evidence in an already vicious murder case.
So as we sit here now, we will not be able to answer for you how that hand ended up getting into that lady's mailbox a year later.
And now, over 8 years later, Anthony Newton's lawyers say their client, who's charged with brutally murdering this man, Cesar Molina, didn't do it, that he didn't and couldn't have killed him, that he didn't hack up his torso and dismember him, didn't take Molina's body in this car to this vacant lot in the Northeast Valley, pour gasoline on what was left of his corpse, and didn't light a match and walk away, leaving his body to be found by a woman who lived in this blue tent after Molina, then 33, was killed around Christmas 2016.
I want you to pay attention during this trial to the state's witnesses and listen to what they say.
It's what one of the witnesses said in the prosecution's last attempt to try Newton for this murder that led to Judge Jacqueline Bluth declaring a mistrial. The jury was never supposed to hear about Newton's criminal history, but one of the two people arrested with Newton, Kelsey Glass, let the cat out of the bag.
So please under.
So that's who he was with, Kelsey Glass, man. Damn. He did it, man.
Arrested with Newton, Kelsey Glass, let the cat out of the bag.
So please, under no circumstances, does that word come out of your mouth.
The judge warning witnesses who testified Monday to avoid discussing Newton's prior prison time. The prosecution telling the jury Newton killed Molina because Molina slept with Newton's wife while Newton was behind bars. Lawyers expect.
Hey, man. Can you understand that, Mystic Philly?
August says, wow.
Yeah, man, he was upset, man. He slept with my wife while I was in jail, man. Now I'm going back to jail, man. But when I go, man, all you Negroes out here better not sleep with my wife, man. All you Spanish dudes, man. I'll be gone for a real long time this time. Promise y'all don't sleep with my wife.
Real crash out.
Cat out of the bag.
So please, under no circumstances does that word come out of your mouth.
The judge warning witnesses who testified Monday to avoid discussing Newton's prior prison time. The prosecution telling the jury Newton killed Molina because Molina slept with Newton's wife while Newton was behind bars. Lawyers expect this case to last 3 weeks. If Anthony Newton is convicted, the judge will start an entire separate phase of the trial to determine whether the jury will sentence Newton to death. Reporting at the Regional Justice Center, Kyle Payne, 8 News Now.
That sounds good to me.
Wow. Wow.
We start with that Fox 5 exclusive. An attempted carjacking in the district sends 2 people to the hospital.
Tonight, we're hearing exclusively from the victim's family. Fox 5's Homa Bash live in Northwest with those details. Homa?
Hey guys, that couple has serious injuries that they're recovering from, shot 5 times, but thankfully we're told they're going to be okay. Now this is where these terrifying moments ended, Georgia Avenue in Northwest, but they started up the street when this attempted carjacking turned.
A little cutie there.
Smash? Not for nothing, man.
Word.
Not for nothing, man. Not for nothing, man. Smash, man. Sorry, sisters, man. This is brother take this over a red bone any day, man. They coming for y'all, man. This the H-1B visas, man, from India, man. Shout out to my man Elon and Vivid, man. These joints come over here, man. They got the yaki already in their head, man. They don't even gotta buy. You ain't gotta pay for the yaki, man. She looked like a badass red bone, man, with some yaki, with a yaki in her head, man. Hold it down for me for 1 second. I gotta do something right quick. Hold it up.
Got you. What's good in the chat? What's good, y'all? What's good? I don't know. I don't have too much to talk about. Who agrees? I got a question for y'all. Who agrees with the concept, the Running Man concept? Put all of these clowns on an island, make them fight. Well, not even for their freedom. Make them fight to get a jail sentence, to get a cell. Save the taxpayers some money in the process. Give us some good entertainment and some outside betting. You said it seems barbaric. No, I think it would be entertaining. They creating barbaric acts in these streets. You know, why not return the favor? We gonna put all of these we gonna put all these perpetrators on the island. That's who's gonna live there. Yep, their own little personal colony. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Put them close to the Arctic or Antarctica where it's nice and cold. They got plenty of open land up there.
Thank you, man.
It's all good.
Start with that Fox 5 exclusive. An attempted carjacking in the district sends 2 people to the hospital.
Tonight, we're hearing exclusively from the victim's family. Fox 5's Homa Bash live in Northwest with those details. Homa?
Hey guys, that couple has serious injuries that they're recovering from, shot 5 times, but thankfully we're told they're going to be okay. Now this is where these terrifying moments ended, Georgia Avenue in Northwest, but they started up the street when this attempted carjacking turned into a shooting.
Loud. I knew it was, I know what a pistol sounds like and I know what a rifle sounds like. That sounded like a shotgun.
This all happened around 8 Monday night in the Brightwood neighborhood. A neighbor who's lived on the street for more than 50 years saying she's always felt safe until now.
Oh, scary.
That's horse shit, man. That neighborhood, it goes down over there, man. Now I got to question a lot of shit, man. When people say, because I lived near there, you know, I'm familiar with that area. It goes down over there all the time, man. Like, it's not like the ghetto, but black people live around there. It's like a historically black neighborhood, and the teens and the young men around there, they're always beefing with some neighborhood. They're always coming through, sliding, and it's like shit happens over there. She said she lived there for 50 years and she never felt unsafe. Like that's insane. That's such an insane statement, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like a shotgun.
This all happened around 8 Monday night in the Brightwood neighborhood. A neighbor who's lived on the street for more than 50 years saying she's always felt safe until now.
Oh, scary. It is really scary.
A couple was sitting and talking in their car on Colorado Avenue Northwest when someone tried to carjack them and then shot them both as they tried to drive away. They took off and drove about a quarter mile down the road on Ingram Street before crashing into a car on Georgia Avenue. A Good Samaritan actually called the victim's mother to tell her what was going on.
At first, I was like, this can't be happening. And I asked her if she could please get close enough to her so I could hear her voice to know that she was okay.
The 21-year-old passenger and her boyfriend are in the hospital recovering. He actually shielded her with his body and bore the brunt of the bullets. Family telling us they were both shot 5 times.
Everyone in the community needs to feel safe when they walk out their door. They shouldn't have to worry about if somebody's going to take their property from them or their life.
We spoke to the victim's mother and stepmother this morning. They say they're devastated by the shooting and disappointed in DC's laws when it comes to gun violence.
They get locked up, they get let back out. They get locked up, they get let back out. DC needs to change the laws.
Who you think she voted for, man? Who do you think she voted for? Do you think she's one of the 5% of DC people that are Republicans?
I don't know. I think she voted for Kamala.
Yeah, we don't even have a Republican primary for the mayor, man. It's like New York. It's just basically just a Democrat, all the Democrats running against each other to see who's gonna win the mayor.
Wow.
Yeah. Even the white people here are all Democrats.
Damn.
They need to stop letting these individuals back out to terrorize our city, our family, our friends.
Hey.
And that victim had one surgery this morning. She will likely have more. Her boyfriend suffering from a punctured lung. He has a long road to recovery ahead. We're told that suspect was wearing a mask. DC police at this point do not have a suspect description for us to share with you, but are asking if you know anything to give them a call. Guys.
Wow.
Alex Brachet, he also spent today in the racially diverse.
We debunked this the other day. Let's see.
Alex Brachet, he also spent today in the racially diverse enclave of Altadena, meeting multiple generations of one.
Support the channel, man. Sponsor the show, man. Anybody want to sponsor the show, man? Help out the channel, man. Make sure you support the channel. Help out the channel, man. Salute to everybody who's already taking the $5 challenge, man.
One family who managed to escape the Eaton fire with just minutes to spare. Here's their story.
We have our kids and mother-in-law in here, and we just go back and forth between the two rooms. So.
And it's been like this for how long now?
Since the 7th.
Since the 7th.
Since we evacuated. This is our daughter, Gianna. Hi.
This is the new reality for the Taylor family.
I swear if we get this room, I will be beyond thrilled.
Stefan, Arion, their 3 children.
He got on a blue hat, so he probably a Crip.
Gianna. Hi.
This is the new reality for the Taylor family.
I swear if we get this room, I will be beyond thrilled.
Stefan, Arion, their 3 children, and their grandmother, Miss Peggy. 6 people sharing 2 hotel rooms.
The kids need a yard. They need.
Listen, man. Considering what just happened, man, this is great, right? Like if you're not paying for it, if they're not paying, if this is being funded, if this is they're being subsidized for this hotel room, considering what just happened, this is awesome for them, right? This is a story of how great our country is, right?
For real.
I mean, it's not like the shit happened last year. It happened last week.
Yeah, and they got coverage already.
They put up in the hotel room. Yeah, they got 2 hotel rooms. So grandma get one, and the little girls can sleep in the room with grandma. I mean, man, you can't get busy. Y'all ain't gonna have no time to get busy. But I mean, sure you can send the kids over to grandma's room and you can get busy then. But I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, playtime for mommy and daddy.
Yeah, this is fine, man. I mean, like it happened last week.
Here, and we just go back and forth between the 2 rooms. So.
And it's been like this for how long now?
Since the 7th.
Since the 7th.
Since we evacuated. This is our daughter, Gianna. Hi.
This is the new reality for the Taylor family.
I swear if we get this room, I will be beyond thrilled.
Stefan, Arion, their 3 children, and their grandmother, Miss Peggy. 6 people sharing 2 hotel rooms.
The kids need a yard. They need a familiar space. They need a kitchen table or a room to go to and shut the door if they want to be by themselves for a little bit.
Oh no! Oh no! With the Eaton fire bearing down on their Altadena home, Arion says they only had 20 minutes to pack and escape.
My heart dropped because I saw the flames and I said, honey, come here for a second. And he looked out the door and his whole demeanor changed. He was like, get 3 clothes, everyone get a watch, get this, get this, get this. I'm packing the cars and everyone do this. And I said, okay.
Shout out, brother. Brother took the bull by the horns, man. Showed great leadership for his family in a tense situation, man. Shout out to the brother, man. Salute to Merlin, man.
and escape.
My heart dropped because I saw the flames and I said, honey, come here for a second. And he looked out the door and his whole demeanor changed. He was like, get 3 clothes, everyone get a watch, get this. I'm packing the cars and everyone do this. And I said, okay. And I'm trying to make, the kids started to get nervous and then they looked outside and they saw the flames.
What went through your mind?
I was like, are we gonna die?
Really?
She thought we were all gonna die. She kept asking, are we gonna die? Are we gonna die?
Just very panicked.
Didn't she say, is our house
gonna die? She said, is our house gonna die?
And I
Yeah, I'm sure that was very scary, man.
said, I don't know. I hope not.
We were walking out the door and I said, you know what? Grab my grandparents' ashes and their love letters. And he walked back in and he got the ashes.
Yeah, man. Grab my social security card and all my birth certificates and everything, man. Like, yeah, man, get everything, man. Like, if you had to leave right, like, in the next 20 minutes in your house, man, you think you could get everything important out?
Yeah, for the most part, because I got, I keep all my credentials with me. So the only thing I'm really interested in grabbing, it would probably be
right?
my MacBook and two backup drives. That's about it. But everything else, yeah,
is replaceable.
Right.
So you don't have no equipment that you feel is irreplaceable?
I mean, the equipment is replaceable, but those 2 drives that I have with the music and all of that on it, no, that's not replaceable. Because there's a lot of work I put in. So that would definitely be, a couple things I grab first.
And he got the love letters.
Stefan grabbed this wedding photo. And the kids.
Well, I grabbed my stuffed animal that I've had since I was maybe 1 year old, and I've slept with it every night since then. And
wow, they got a nice family, man. That's a beautiful family, man. A beautiful family, man. Not a black family, a beautiful family. People, I hate when they say it. It's a beautiful black family, man. I mean, like when they say it like it's something special, like that they black or something. It's a beautiful family, man.
if I had left it, I would have been even more devastated.
What did you grab?
I grabbed my soccer cleats that had happened to already be in my school bag.
Yeah.
I've been playing soccer since I was about 4 years old because of my grandpa. I watched soccer with him. That affected my life very heavily, and that's become...
Wow, bro, you got some good kids, man. Got some awesome kids, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like a great part of my life and something that I have a great passion for.
3 generations of the Taylor family have lived in Altadena, a multicultural haven since the 1960s.
A gang-infested war zone since the 1960s.
Moved to Altadena when I was 17.
Have you ever seen anything like this in this
Never. Oh my God.
Now the Taylors are with no home.
I don't care about things at all. Everything can be replaced. There's things I wish I had. I genuinely have everything I need right here.
That's right. That's right. Half sister. Tell them, man. You got your family, man. She's very thoughtful, man. You could tell she not a sister, man. She a sister. She sister would have been complaining, man. Why they ain't give us, they ain't do nothing, they ain't give us that. She's very thankful and thoughtful, man. That's why them mulattoes be winning, man. Shout out to Ghost Stories, man. Ghost Stories says, started watching you in the car, low key. Do you have a P.O. box? Nah, man, I don't got a P.O. box. I got to get one. Man, people be asking me for the P.O. box to send me stuff, man. I got to get one, man. I feel like I would get a P.O. box and, they cost, and I would pay for it every month, and nobody will ever send me nothing. I'd just be another bill, man. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, man, all the links in the description, man. Patreon, all that shit, man. Salute to you, man. Is my Patreon in here? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I have every single thing I need right here.
It's weird. You can't really tell.
Oh, he went to Morehouse. Oh, that brother went to Morehouse. Okay. So he's a I mean, I would think he went to Morehouse. I mean, he wearing a Morehouse jacket. That's kind of odd to be wearing a Morehouse jacket if you didn't go to Morehouse. This brother, man, this is a wonderful family, man. I feel bad for them, but I'm glad that they all together, man, and I'm glad that they realize that. I mean, because that's all that you like. That's all that matters at the end of the day. They're all together, man, and they got each other, and they got the mother-in-law.
Can't remember what it looked like. Things we used to see every day.
Yeah, nice.
The Taylors
house.
weren't
Man.
able to get close to what's left of their home, but we were. You see the remnants of this basketball hoop. I mean, this rubble is all that's left.
Man, why they had to show the basketball hoop? God damn, man. Racist motherfucker, stereotypical motherfucker. Of course they had a basketball hoop. Like, fuck, man.
Of the Taylor family home. And you think about all the years of memories here, just gone up like that in flames. For so many Altadena families, they're dealing with this exact same situation. And now they face the tall task of figuring out what's next. The Taylor home is just one of 7,000 structures damaged or destroyed in the Eaton fire. Black families began moving here in the 1930s during the Great Migration. And in the 1960s, blacks could finally get mortgages, and they were free from redlining here in Altadena. That's how.
And you know what happened next, right? Didn't I show you what happened next the other day?
They move in and the fall begins.
These niggas came up there and fucked that whole, fucked everything up there, man. The niggas that was already there was like, oh, hell no. Come get these niggas. Send these niggas back to where the hell they came from.
That oasis turned into a jungle.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. They try to act like that was a great thing that them niggas... no. That was the worst thing that ever happened to L.A. And them niggas came up there, started the Bloods and the Crips, man, and all that bullshit. I'm going to show y'all a little clip, man. Let me show y'all a little clip. Story time, y'all, man. Hit the like button. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, and Super Chat, man. We got 250 in the building, man. We can get more than like 4 people to support the channel. We got 250 in the building. We can get more than 4 people to support the channel, man. All y'all in here join this entertainment 3-4 hours a night, man. Don't want to support the channel, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? This is class, man. This the only channel that's like a class for adults, man. You smarter when you watch this channel. Press 1. You smarter. You smarter. You smarter than all your friends from watching this channel. Press 1. Let's see what the Negroes that was in LA thought about all the Negroes coming up in the Great Migration, man.
We want to live together, yet we want to sort of scatter to the basic embarrassment that we as Negroes have. We want to live together, yet we want to sort of scatter to the far winds and live amongst white people. We are brought up in terms of this, that to have a dark skin, to be a Negro, there is something wrong with it. And if you take a child and raise him, a very impressionable child, and have him grow up in an atmosphere where your color of skin is something that is looked down upon, that there is something wrong with you, that you are not, you don't have the abilities of other people. Even no matter how much education, no matter how much training, etc. you have, a lot of these impressions stay with you. I feel that we have to search for a new image.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't look in the mirror and say, you are a Negro, therefore you will face life in a certain way. I see myself as a person, just like all the people that I work with and the children that I deal with, and they're all people.
I've got to break in here. Yeah. I've tolerated it long. This idea of this consciousness of you've got to look in the mirror to face yourself to go through this bit about being a Negro is very naive. The individual, this concept was instilled in you before you could think. Right.
Oh, I don't agree with you.
And first of all, we have as a symbol in our community the white, straight hair, brown hair, as the symbol of the thing described for. Now, there's nothing wrong with it, except that it represents the very fact that we are talking about. The idea, the Negro in our society is a rejected child. There's no two ways about it. It's in Los Angeles, it's in New York City, it's in any place in the United States.
Wow, them niggas is getting deep right there, man.
Los Angeles a month. By 1970, there'll probably be 1 million Negroes in this city. And I know that people are concerned about this. They may not talk about it very often, but I certainly heard them shudder in church when he said there'd be 1 million Negroes in Los Angeles.
We shudder because we're saying, in essence, the majority of these people are not like we are. And we felt that maybe some of us felt we left this out because we were getting away from this problem. We are part of this exodus too. But we are a little maybe embarrassed by the fact that here we're going to have a mass element come in that's going to create a tremendous social problem in the community to which we find a great deal of difficulty in relating to.
Well, I don't want to sound like a do-gooder because I really am not, and I'm somewhat of a snob. But I do think that with these people coming in who are not our intellectual equals, nor are they of our social.
She said they're not there. These niggas coming up here are not our intellectual equals or our social equals. Yeah, dog.
But if you notice too, that was always the case when the Great Migration took place. You know, you had a lot of these so-called Black Northerners. You know, it was more so a classism thing. You know, it really didn't have nothing to do with color. It was more about class.
Right? They knew they left the niggas. You heard him. He said we left this problem, and then they came, and then they went out there and they was the only niggas out there because this class of Negroes, the only niggas out there, and they was enjoying themselves, being away from the rest of the niggas. And now the niggas come, and when niggas come, they come, okay? And these motherfuckers having a town hall, like, what we gonna do when the rest of the niggas get here?
Right? They came in droves.
And they fucked that city up.
Well, I don't want to sound like a do-gooder because I really am not, and I'm somewhat of a snob. But I do think that with these people coming in who are not our intellectual equals, nor are they of our sociological bracket, they're not to be a handicap to us. They'll find their own level. Now, I do sound like a snob, but I don't mean it this way. But they're used to living a certain way, and they too might rise up above their origin and might one day be our associates.
The whole tone of this meeting is we're setting ourselves up as little puppet Jesuses. We can't help anyone else until we help ourselves. The Negro has had two professions, his own medicine, dentistry, law, or psychiatry, and he's had the profession of being a Negro. And many of us have come out here to escape from this second profession of being a Negro. And we are out here a while and we're working in our own field, and then we find out that here these same problems are following on the heels of 1,600 Negroes a month that come into Los Angeles. Now this gives us problems. It's our own view. It's our own identifying with these Negroes that are coming in with their carpetbags that causes us problems. This is a basic embarrassment that we as Negroes have. We want to live together, yet we want to sort of scatter to the far winds and live amongst white people. We are born.
Them niggas try to get away, man. That's what this family. I'm sure this family. That's why they moved out to this beautiful side of L.A. County.
Free from redlining here in Altadena. That's how Miss Peggy got this exact same.
And these niggas talk about redlining when the niggas didn't want them to come. Ain't that a bitch?
Facts, right?
Here, just gone up like that in flames. For so many Altadena families, they're dealing with this exact same situation. And now they face the tall task of figuring out what's next. The Taylor home is just one of 7,000 structures damaged or destroyed in the Eaton fire. Black families began moving here in the 1930s during the Great Migration. And in the 1960s, blacks could finally get mortgages, and they were free from redlining here in Altadena. That's how Miss Peggy got her house, a 7-minute drive down the hill. Miraculously, her home is still standing. You can see your house from here. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
The California sand color.
The California sand color. To see it standing and there's no additional wind damage, doesn't look like it's been burglarized, makes me feel a lot better.
People banding together to help rebuild what's been lost in Altadena. It's the power that drives this community and this family.
We create, not destroy. So we're going to create our neighborhoods. And we're standing in front of a sign that says Altadena is not for sale, because every single person here wants to make sure that the people are taken care of.
Those embers of hope. Alex joins us now from Altadena. Alex, you're learning some local residents will actually be returning home this evening. How about that family? Are they going to be able to return to the mother-in-law's house at least?
Well, Lindsay, so they've been opening up pockets of this evacuation zone kind of in pieces. And we learned this afternoon that they opened up a large swath here in Altadena, which does actually include Miss Peggy's home. So that family is hopeful that they will be able to go to that sand-colored California home very soon. She'll get a chance to see all of her belongings and get that peace of mind that she can actually be in her home.
Give us a sense. I mean, it doesn't seem very windy, at least, which is hopeful there. We don't see flames where you are, but of course, firefighters, it sounds like, still have their hands full there.
Yeah, that's right. And Lindsay, you probably heard, I mean, there was a caravan of fire trucks that just drove by, but it is peaceful, right? There's no wind, which is a huge boon for firefighters as they try to gain ground on this Eaton fire. But I will say that you still see that presence, because as these the rubble here is still kind of smoldering, you have what you call these hot pockets of smoldering remnants that could potentially spark, especially if there's another wind event. And so you have this fire presence just in case something pops up. And we've seen, whether it be the Eaton fire here on the east side or the Palisades fire on the west side, crews going through, even with places that are already burnt out, putting out these hot spots that pop up, days after the fire kind of ran through.
And of course, we've heard concerns for several days now about the potential for looting. What's the police presence like there?
Yeah. Well, Lindsay, I will tell you that, from the early afternoon that we started shooting here through the evening, that police presence has ramped up significantly. More road closures. The sheriffs have deputies stationed at every single one of these side streets to make sure that the area that's still under that evacuation order, that people stay behind those barriers. The National Guard is stationed at a major checkpoint, probably about a half mile down the road here. Police presence is at all times.
Yeah, man, he an uppity Negro, man. Using them big words and shit, man.
You sure he ain't a gangbanging newscaster?
Right, man. Trying to. He probably hiding from police now. He probably got the real dude's anchor tied up somewhere, man. There's a white man tied up in the closet, man, somewhere. He came on here and talk all proper and shit like he a real news anchor, man.
Yo, I got a quick question. You ever seen the series Them on Amazon Prime, the first season?
No.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's about a family that moved from down south they moved to Compton. They were like the first black family to move to Compton. And the father, he was an engineer. It was pretty good. It was interesting. You gotta check it out if you get the time. But it was a good series.
Fox News alerting critical warning of extreme fire danger. Los Angeles County and Ventura County now under the highest level threat warning. Treacherous Santa Ana winds returning once again, whipping up extremely dangerous weather as crews battle to contain existing wildfires. And welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Dana Perino.
1 and 2 partner.
Morning.
Here we go again, right? Watching the hour, watching the forecast, watching the wind. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning at home. You've got critical weather conditions potentially fueling yet again the growth of new and existing fires. National Weather Service issued red flag warnings, destructive and life-threatening offshore winds picking up from today through Wednesday thus far this week.
Meanwhile, security is high in the affected fire zones. Law enforcement making dozens of arrests for suspected looting. The LA County Sheriff with a stern warning for anyone trying to take advantage of this ongoing disaster.
Regarding any illegal activity that may be occurring in these areas, don't do it. The fact that anyone takes advantage of anyone who's been victimized already, whether it is burglary, looting, or any other crime, whether it's a scam of some kind that you're conjuring up to make money off of the poor people that have been involved in this.
National correspondent Griff Jenkins is live in Malibu. The sun is up. And what do you see, Griff?
Well, Dana, I see widespread damage and destruction, just charred remains of homes and buildings. But you mentioned the looting there. There were 4 more arrests yesterday, bringing the total number of looters to 39 in the Malibu and Pacific Palisades area. But yeah, let's look at the sun coming up here. You know, whoever lived in these homes, Dana, must have woken up every day and said, I've got it made. I've got everything. Well, today they have nothing. You can see the steel I-beams in the foundation. It's just rubble, and it goes for miles up the iconic, beautiful Pacific coast. You can see a burned out SUV, another car there, and it comes with this warning from the National Weather Service, the particularly dangerous situation, the PDS warning. It's the highest the agency can issue, intended to invoke the highest level of urgency for residents to evacuate if indeed these brush fires that firefighters are trying to tamp down with these high winds of 70 miles an hour for the next possible 48 hours. We've talked to a captain with the LA Fire Department, Eric Scott. Here's what he said about the dangers people are facing. Listen here.
This just stirs up all of the other embers because things are still burning. It's still active, and it's so dry because of these winds that the brush or fuel, if an ember lands on it, has a 65% of ignition. So we're chasing fires.
Wow.
Now, back out here in Malibu, obviously there's nothing left to burn here. The Palisades fire came across the hills and burned everything in its path till it met the Pacific Ocean. But you can see, we'll show you an image now here in Malibu yesterday. Sheriff Luna, who played that soundbite, saw a firefighter he thought was in distress. Turned out it was an individual who was not a fireman. He was arrested because you can't be in this area. Now, there was another incident. I want to show you this video of a man that was found with a blowtorch. ICE sources confirming to Fox. Turns out he was an illegal immigrant from Mexico. He's being held on probation, not charged with arson, but it is certainly complicating the issue here. As you can see, trucks, emergency fire trucks and crews trying to come in here, trying to do their work, all a part of the complex situation with this high red flag warning on its way as we expect a press conference
in the Pacific Palisades.
Looting is not just a crime against property, it also takes.
These are the faces of suspects arrested in the Pacific.
Wow.
Black and Brown Coalition, man. There you go, man. we correlating like a motherfucker.
These are the faces of suspects arrested in the Pacific Palisades fire evacuation zone. Police allege the crimes range from burglary to looting to curfew violations. Ring cam video shows 4 looters breaking into this evacuated home in the Pacific Palisades.
Looting is not just a crime against property, it also takes away any sense of security from evacuated residents, and certainly it's not being tolerated at all.
The day started with Los Angeles on alert as a new red flag warning took effect. The extreme fire danger alert is being called a particularly dangerous situation by the National Weather Service and could trigger new fires.
North of Malibu, fire truck after fire truck are lined up and ready to go in case winds ignite new fires.
The response is massive.
Here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, hundreds of emergency vehicles, including fire engines and ambulances, are also on standby, ready to respond to more possible fire outbreaks.
The U.S. Forest Service is working around the clock to clear overgrown brush that could serve as fuel for fire.
This crew is doing the backbreaking work of creating a safety break of 200 feet.
The buffer zone is meant to stop flying embers from igniting.
We're not 200 feet. Hey.
Taking any chances. It's a full-on attack.
This firefighter battling flames earlier this week in Altadena returned home only to find it burned to the ground.
Even though seeing it with my eyes, I was still couldn't believe it. And all these thoughts came by, thinking maybe I should have taken more stuff. Maybe I should have been more vocal and a bit more selfish. Hey, let's stop the engine here and protect my house.
Last night.
Yeah, man. How the fuck you a firefighter and your house burned down, man? You must be single, man, if you ain't know, man. And shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Salute to Merlin, man. Holly in the building. Shout out to Holly, man. Holly out in the building, man.
Protect my house.
Last night, Jimmy Kimmel fought back tears as he returned to the air.
As you know, it has been a very scary.
Jimmy Kimmel, gosh. Such a detention whore, man.
Very stressful, very strange week here in LA, where we work, where we live, where our kids go to school.
The show was evacuated last Wednesday after flames broke out dangerously close to their El Capitan building.
Some of our coworkers lost their homes.
Kimmel's mood reflects the state of shock felt all through fire-devastated Los Angeles County.
Right here, Jimmy.
He set up a donation center at the show's parking lot.
All right, man. What is the shooting, man?
Yeah, I just got a lot of questions about this whole situation over there, man.
All right, what's one of them, man? Just give us one of your questions, man.
I don't know what you got. The Olympics coming up, 2028, and then they also had plans in work to make LA a smart city. So I got some questions like what is the motive? Could this be, it's easier for them to just cause destruction in this manner instead of having people move out and do whatever to to create to pretty much set up what they want to set up, or what's the deal?
Couldn't they find an easier way than this? And then here's the thing. It would take a lot of people to know about this, man. You wouldn't be able to keep everybody quiet, man. This is a lot of carnage, man. Like, so whoever's behind this, man, they got how would you keep this a secret? If you know what I'm saying? How would you keep that a secret?
Shit, there's a lot of skeptics out there that's thinking the same way. It's just a lot of questions for this to just I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's just too much. It's too much, too soon, too fast. I don't know. You know, I'm gonna keep trying. Well, not trying, but I'm gonna keep looking into it. But it's just it's a little suspect to me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, so this is suspect, huh? There was a mass shooting in L.A. Today.
Yeah.
They're not. I guess they kind of cover the fire extensively, but I mean, it should be on here somewhere, man. Jesus Christ. Was it a 2-year-old was shot? I might have to show y'all the article, man. 2-year-old girl shot, man, in a mass shooting, man. Man, and he got it up on the. Let me see, man. That's crazy, man. See one of these other LA channels, man. Kamala. Jeez. Fox might have it. Yeah, Fox station might have it. Fox affiliate might have it. They love reporting bad news on black people, man. Wow.
You see some of these comments in the chat. There's a lot of people out there. See, they're saying they feel the same way. They got a lot of questions too.
If you got questions about the LA fire, man, come on up, man. Link is in the description, man. Cause I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, I got questions about y'all questions. Cause I just think that, you know, it would
What
be
you think
easier.
about the whole? What you think about the water situation, though? And then you have the insurance companies who kind of canceled a lot of people's insurance policies. You know, like
Now
not
that
like
might
right
be
before,
a
but
conspiracy. That might be a conspiracy because they probably did some research and knew that it was going to be a pretty particularly bad fire season. And this happens a lot up there, but it never really affects
yeah.
the residential areas. So they might have known that it might have, you know, and they can't. I could see that being a conspiracy, but it's not the Illuminati, it's the insurance company doing it.
Well, I don't believe in that Illuminati crap, you know, but I do believe in you know corrupt governments.
I could believe that. Like, think about if all those people had insurance. Now, think about if they hadn't canceled all those people's insurance. You know how many fucking claims they'd have to honor?
Yeah. Well, listen, that's the service they provide. You know, hey.
Yeah, and I could understand how they wouldn't want to do that. I mean, so yeah, I could give you that. You got any more conspiracies, man?
Well, the water thing. Why were none of the fire hydrants working?
Why weren't none of the fire hydrants? A lot of the fire hydrants was working. It was just some that didn't work. Some didn't work. Shit happens. The mismanagement and ineptitude of the leaders over the years, shit broke down and at the wrong, and then when you needed it, it was all everything was all janky and shit. I don't know if that's a conspiracy. Like, look who's running the town. Did you see all the people that's running everything up
Yeah,
there?
exactly. Yeah, that's my point. That's part of my point too. You know, you putting these weirdos in place to play the game.
Yeah, like it's. I don't think it's necessarily a conspiracy. I think that the only conspiracy is George Soros getting all these people elected. But that don't got nothing to do with the. I don't think he got them elected knowing that a fire was going to happen. I think he got them elected to like bring in all the LGBT stuff and all the liberal stuff and crime and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But then the fire happened and their their ineptitude, incompetence reared its head. If this, let's just say a flood happened, right? They wouldn't have been ready for the flood. If a goddamn fucking monsoon came through, they wouldn't have been ready for the monsoon. If a hurricane came through, they wouldn't have been ready for the hurricane. It's not like it's uniquely the fire. I think if anything happened, they wouldn't have been ready for it, or they would have handled it poorly. You did?
No, I feel you 100%. I'm rocking with you. But like I said, like I was saying, I just have, I have some questions. That's all. Nothing wrong with that.
Memphis man wanted on murder charges is captured by U.S. Marshals. 22-year-old Austin Mobley was tracked down at a home in the 4100 block of Alice Drive in Whitehaven today. Investigators say he shot and killed Damian Wilkerson at the Highland Meadows Apartments in July of 2023. Mobley was taken into custody without incident. He's now charged with first-degree murder.
First-degree murder, man. Wow. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel, guys. Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these comments, man. If y'all got something to share, like hop on, man. It's the topic of discussion.
Yeah, man. Come on up, man. You don't have to come up for the whole show. You just come up and ask your question, man, and hop off if you want to, man. I ain't holding nobody hostage, man. You can ask your question and then log off. Cause what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Do you believe in coincidences?
Yeah, I believe coincidences. Yeah, definitely. Definitely there's coincidences. Why wouldn't I believe in coincidences, man? Coincidences are just normal shit. Like, yes, it's so much shit going on that like everybody's living their personal life that it's gonna be coincidences. My life, I'm living my life. You living your life. Everybody's living their life. We all coincide with each other, so yeah, it's gonna open up for a lot of coincidences, man.
Yeah.
What do you think? You don't believe in coincidences?
And to some degree.
To some degree. Here go.
Yeah, I mean,
20 years ago, a high school diploma in hard work meant a ticket.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Play the video. Go ahead. I'll come back.
This LA after the niggas got there. So that first video I showed you, the Negroes complaining, the Boule Negroes complaining about the niggas coming to LA, 1,600 niggas coming a month. This is 20 years after that, 1989.
20 years ago, a high school diploma in hard work meant a ticket out of the ghetto. Today, that's next to impossible. They are unable to keep up in a world that is rapidly changing, one requiring high levels of education and highly skilled workers. And because they've been unable to adapt, it's getting even more difficult to get out of the ghetto. The world is passing many of them by. Their numbers tripled in the 1970s alone. At last count, there were 2.5 million people nationwide. Using 1980 census data, the Urban Institute measured the underclass. They looked for neighborhoods with an overpopulation of welfare dependents, high school dropouts, female-headed households, and jobless males. They found 880 underclass.
God, dog. Welfare dependents, high school dropouts, female-headed household, and jobless males. That's the same talking points that the niggas was talking about on YouTube. Now, nothing new under the sun, man.
Jobless males. They found 880 underclass neighborhoods nationwide, 22 in Los Angeles alone. Among them, Watt.
And all of them is niggas. All of them neighborhoods is niggas. Watts, Inglewood, all this shit.
Despite the riots 25 years ago, it is still economically depressed. But it's home for 24-year-old Tanya Fortson, a high school dropout and single.
Yeah, she bad built, man. Rough sledding out there in the ghetto, man. Tough sledding, man. Shout out to my man, Nick Tal, man. Shout out to Nick Tal, man. Shout out to you, bro. Tough sledding in the ghetto. That's enough to make you want to get out the ghetto. Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Tanya Fortson, a high school dropout and single mother of 3. Tanya's a third-generation welfare recipient. She lives in Nickerson Gardens, the largest housing project in Los Angeles, where she sees the despair daily.
They feel, why should I have to work? I have a girlfriend now who's working, and she only makes, she works 7 days a week, and she only makes like $630 a month. Okay, and I make more than her just sitting on my behind waiting on the mailman.
And that's your problem. You got too damn comfortable.
Is it though? Like, if she making more sitting on her behind, man, she winning, man.
Yeah, but look who's paying for it. The taxpayers.
She don't give a fuck. She don't care.
We know that. Sons just make bad choices, man. Just, if you can't provide for these children, why, you got to keep your legs closed. Use some protection, you just create more to possibly just create, a constant whirlwind of just,
niggatry.
Yeah, man. Yo, we got it bad as black men, bro. Like, look at this wildebeest, bro. We got it bad, dog. I'm not trying to say all black women are ugly, but it's too many that look like that's on the spectrum, man. Too
I
many.
think white men got it bad too. White men got it bad too, man. I live in this town, man. And you from Pennsylvania, you already know that, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
The white women in Pennsylvania rough looking, man.
I have a girlfriend now who's working, and she only makes, she works 7 days a week, and she only makes like $630 a month. Okay, and I make more than her just sitting on my behind waiting on the mailman.
Tanya and many like her have fallen into a trap, victims of a program originally designed as a safety net. But the net is slow.
So they victims, man. They victims of the program.
This a trap. This helping people out by giving them food and housing. That's a big bad evil trap from the white man to keep you in poverty by helping you out and giving you food. Ungrateful ass niggas. That's why I hate niggas, bro.
And this is a racist ass country, and they hate black people. And
look at all this free food. Look at all this free food, and the fucking 15-hour rent they giving us. Goddamn evil crackers.
Look how full her face is. She don't look like she poor.
Yeah, she ain't starving.
Yeah, she's in another country. She'd be all skinny and shit, man. White people, man, I swear, I don't know how white people do it, man. These niggas complaining and shit. Complaining about welfare. Jesus Christ, man. You white people better than me, man.
Victims of a program originally designed as a safety net. But the net is slowly pulling them under. Faced with little more than the prospect of low-wage jobs, most stay on welfare. And low-wage, dead-end jobs mean the young men of the underclass resort to an underground economy of selling drugs, seen as the only way out.
When people are poor, there's no question but
These
that.
niggas ain't trying to get out. These niggas is trying to fucking get status, and they jockeying for status, and you know what I mean, rank in their fucking local neighborhood, man. This is just the drug trade is unique to every race. So like the black drug trade gonna be a certain way, the white drug trade gonna be a certain way. This is just the nigga drug trade. This is just like when niggas do anything, like niggas do comedy or niggas do play quarterback. It's a certain way. Our drug trade gonna be violent, reckless, and just
No order, chaos,
yeah.
no
It ain't
respect for hierarchy.
Yeah, it's not the drugs. It's just us doing it.
As the only way out.
When people are poor, there's no question but that a larger percentage of those people are going to get involved in crime.
And this lifestyle has severe consequences. Many young black men are being killed in gang warfare. Those who avoid getting shot end up in jail. Today,
That nigga got a bonnet on in the 80s. What the fuck?
That's
a shower cap.
Oh yeah, that's a shower cap. I'm tripping. That's
Remember
a
they was
shower
rocking
cap.
them
1 in
joints
4
with the
young
Jerry
black
curl.
men are either in jail
Probably
or
because
under
he got
court
that S
supervision.
curl activator in his head. He trying to preserve that shit. So he can walk around looking like Eazy-E.
Those who avoid getting shot end up in jail. Today, 1 in 4 young black men are either in jail or under court supervision.
1 in 4. God dang.
In jail or under supervision.
You gotta
Damn.
remember, that's a huge number, man. Like even though it seemed like, think about it, man. That's a huge number.
25%. Yeah.
And then they left out how many of the sons have been to jail, have a record. They left that out. It's probably way higher.
Yeah, or off probation. They did this parole or whatever.
It's, when I say 33% of black men have a felony, niggas think that's like outlandish, bro.
That's a huge number because you gotta think. I mean, a lot of times, like we only know our reality, what's going on in our area. But like if you from Philly, you could probably say that. But like if you from a suburb or something, you might it might be different. But yeah, like overall, those cities like DC and Detroit and Philly, they gonna pull the whole average down for the whole.
All these major cities.
Many expect to go to jail, according to Leon Watkins, who runs a South Central LA crisis hotline.
I've heard some of the guys say it's not like if you go to jail, it's when you go to jail. It's what's out there on the street.
And
that in and of itself is something different than what it used to be a few years ago.
Fred Owens and James Weaver
God
may
damn,
be the
look at
next
these niggas.
generation of underclass. Both are 16, and both have been in trouble for gang activity. With no father in the home, Fred wanted to help his mother financially,
There we go.
so he began making over $1,500 a week selling drugs.
I just like
that's some good ass money.
to myself, say, hey, I'm gonna come here and pay the bills, whatever she want, I give it to her.
Many parents close their eyes to the crimes their sons commit, something ex-con Marshall Brown has seen time and time again.
And then mama's gonna go along with it, because mama like the money. That's what is happening. It's happening all around here. You got 15-year-old taking care of his whole family, and provide transportation. So what do you know? How are they losing? They feel they're surviving.
These men speak from experience. They're prisoners in a halfway house awaiting release. To them, crime and drugs are both a matter of survival and a ticket to the American dream.
You can't give a man that's, say, for instance, I have 3 kids and a wife. You can't give him $3.30 minimum wage, $4.35. So it results back to dope. Where they can make money.
Your mom don't have no real bills, bro. A rent like $5, nigga. Like y'all niggas good. Y'all got free food, free room and board.
And why not use that dope money to pay for education to get you up out of that situation?
Or just buy a house, or just like buy some property. Because I mean, I don't think these dudes is the type of dudes that is gonna sit in the classroom in college, classroom and learn some shit.
These
Yeah,
niggas
that's
probably
what it's
can't
gonna be
read,
out.
right? Niggas probably can't read, right, or do basic math.
They can't sit
Right?
still. They can't, come to some place on time every day. They can't, respect the authority of the teacher in the classroom. They can't, pay attention without daydreaming and shit. It ain't even really the math because you can learn anything. It's these niggas can't function in proper society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They thinking basic survival, not thriving,
Yeah, the freedom of the street. The street is freedom too. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do whatever you want. Structure, no structure.
You know, that's all I wanted was that goal, a nice family, a nice home, and a car to get back and forth to work. In other words, I want to ride the boat like everybody else.
But along the way, people are being terrorized. Every week, this group meets to help residents cope. Some have lost sons in this urban battleground. Mrs. LaFleur's son was killed during an argument sparked by a minor car accident.
When the police came to the house, it was about 3 o'clock. When he told me about it, and I couldn't believe it because it just was a real shock. I couldn't believe it. He's always in my mind, day and night. We were very close.
When sun go down, I stay home. Early in the morning, I stay home. And it's very dangerous in my neighborhood. Because you see little kids, little teenagers, 8, 9, 10 years old, pushing drugs. And I'm afraid to go out of my house at night.
Oh, you didn't put this in. And you didn't put this in.
Some parents have spirited their children out of the neighborhood altogether. That's the case with Beverly Williams and family. Now it's daughter Robin's turn, who today joins the military.
And there are a lot of young ladies watching. And if you'll go and show them that you can do it, they'll know it and they'll change too. Thank you.
Oh, mommy.
You're real
so
special.
nice.
You're really
So
special.
nice. It'll make me cry.
Two of Beverly's other children are in the Job Corps in Northern California, and a stepson has left gang life altogether to live and work in South Pasadena. They're a model family that has avoided the trappings of an underclass. But there are less drastic solutions than getting kids out. One is a mandatory approach called GAIN, and it requires all welfare recipients, except those with children under 6, to get jobs. If you have no skills, you're trained. Childcare, health benefits, and transportation are also provided.
We're going to keep appointments, right? We're going to take control of our lives. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
A second approach is voluntary and emphasizes individual motivation and job readiness. Project Build is the brainchild of Assemblywoman Maxine Waters, a former welfare child herself.
God damn. She's been around for a long ass time. I wonder what she looked like.
Oh, yeah.
See what her big James Brown is looking at.
Brainchild of Assemblywoman Maxine Waters, a former welfare child herself. Her program comes directly to the people in the projects. The primary focus
We have any other special talents?
is building self-esteem and motivation. It makes
The Wicked
people
Witch of the
literally want to
West.
get up and sing.
You hold my hand. You might not feel
Man, what the fuck?
but I see a
See,
change
that's the problem with
when
niggas,
I
dog.
show my face.
Yo, I fucking hate
Motivation
niggas, dog.
is an extremely important part of this job training that we do.
Yo,
We try and
it's
open people's
thugs
minds up.
outside on the corner as we speak, robbing, raping, selling drugs, shooting people, carjacking people, running niggas' houses. recruiting other young people to their gangs, pimping y'all daughters out, and what y'all niggas in here doing? Fucking singing "We Shall Overcome" and all these dumbass Negro spirituals.
Shout out to Text 47 on Rumble, man. Shout out to Text 47 on Rumble. Support the channel, man. Salute to you, bro. I think the Rumble stream is acting up, man. I don't know, but if the Rumble stream acting up, make sure you bring your ass over to YouTube, man. She was young then, damn. Like
she still look like James Brown.
Yeah.
She just looked like a younger James Brown.
That looked like at least it's her hair though.
The possibilities and let them know that they really can do something about their lives if they want to.
But some feel such programs don't get to the root of the problem. What's needed, they say, is massive redevelopment, much more than 2 recently built walk shopping
here
centers.
we go.
The point is that
White man, build a song.
This shouldn't be the only sort of development that happens in South Central Los Angeles. It's not simply a question of having a job alone. It is the kind of job that this community needs. And I'm arguing for a diversity of opportunity.
Which includes bringing industry and other types.
A bunch of shiftless ass niggas and women that's fine sitting home collecting the check. Yo, you gotta. This is the thing. Okay, so they're gonna find some businesses that's gonna maybe come in there and wanna hold a job fair or something like that, or give people opportunities from that community. But it's like picking that shit out of pepper. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth the time when you can just put out a flyer like we looking for positions and have all the Asians and the whites and the blacks from the HBCUs apply. Why go to the ghetto and search through the fucking ghetto looking for people? And then, you know what I mean? They're asking a lot.
Types of businesses into a community where the drug economy and welfare has been the only option.
I want to try to get out there and get a job. I want to try to get a better place for me and my children.
Damn, I hate niggas. It's hard not to hate niggas. It's like a full-time job not to hate niggas.
Oh man, yeah, it is very hard to not.
Man, white man, y'all only built these 2 institutions. We need y'all to rebuild the whole goddamn city just so we can fuck it up again and then blame you.
Right? Why would they build some this shit is just fruitless, man. Niggas ask for stuff that they wouldn't do. Niggas wouldn't do that. Niggas wouldn't keep building you. Niggas wouldn't have built you shit in the first place.
Yeah. Maybe a barbershop and a chicken shack.
Then you fuck it up. Nah, man, you done on that one.
Hi, welcome to West 57. I'm John Perugia.
Damn, I remember this
some
show.
Los Angeles neighborhoods.
This the 80s. Okay, yeah, this is people. You notice one thing. You never hear nobody say smash when we watching these joints. Everybody look a mess, right? Everybody. I ain't seen one fine chick.
I was smashed on that glider trick that was just on. It was kind of hot.
Let's see if we see a decent looking chick.
Hi, welcome to West 57. I'm John Perugia. Walking into some Los Angeles neighborhoods these days is like walking into a police state. So far this week, at least 4 people have died in gang-related violence. Nearly 100 times that many have died in the past year. And more than half the victims were innocent bystanders. Gangs have
Think about that, man. 200 innocent bystanders killed in a year. That's fucking insane, man, in one city. No wonder they had a special. I was about to say this is a crisis, but yeah, they got a special on this shit. That's a fucking crisis, dog. 200 innocent bystanders killed. These niggas, yo, you got to bring in the military and lock all these niggas up, man.
This is the height of the crack era, man.
This
You know,
ain't
when they
no
was doing.
crack. This is the height of the nigga era, man. Crack.
Well, yeah. But all
Listen,
of this
white
was
people
incorporated.
smoke crack. White people smoke more crack. When I was out there, and I never sold crack, but I had a lot of buddies that sold crack, and I would be out there with them sometime, maybe just kicking it on the block or whatever. And man, half the customers that came through was white people. Okay. White people of all different classes coming through to the ghetto to get crack.
No, hell yeah. I know that.
They love them some crack.
Existed in Los Angeles for generations and have traditionally fought and died to exert their control over city neighborhoods. But today, their bloody war is for control of a multi-million-dollar market, the cocaine market. 1/3 of this country's illicit cocaine flows through Southern California. Selling it has enabled the gangs to become richer, better armed, and better organized. Thanks to cocaine, LA's so-called homeboys have become entrepreneurs extraordinaire. And despite an all-out effort to stop them, business is booming.
Okay. That's not necessary, man. Go into the car. Where are you guys on your way to?
That's him. Except for he doesn't have his hat with him.
Did you know Twin? The one that got shot right back there? You know?
Police estimate that there are now as many as 600 street gangs in Los Angeles County and 70,000 gang members. Most loosely identified.
Yeah, that's insane, man. It's crazy. Them niggas, think about it. 20 years before this, them niggas tried to warn me. Like, yo, these niggas coming up here, man. These niggas, we worried. These niggas that we left in the South about to come out here, man. And it only took them niggas 20 years to, I'm talking about, raise that joint to just evaporate that shit. That's crazy, man. 20 years.
Only took one generation.
Fuck.
By themselves with the Crips, who wear blue, or the Bloods, who wear red.
We take them to jail for anything and everything we can. It more or less prevents that particular guy from getting into anything, and it kind of keeps the other guys off the street for a while. But
he would not be able to say that nowadays. The race soldiers would have been on his ass. They locking us up for no reason. That would have been. That would have been heck. Could you imagine a white man saying that shit on camera nowadays? But he just said,
No.
The biggest story, that would be bigger than the fire right now. They would put the fire story on the back burner, man. That would be the biggest story.
Now as many as 600 street gangs in Los Angeles County and 70,000 gang members. Most loosely identify themselves with the Crips, who wear blue, or the Bloods, who wear red.
we take them to jail for anything and everything we can. It more or less prevents that particular guy from getting into anything, and it kind of keeps the other guys off the street for a while, but never would I say keeps a lid on it.
How many homeboys have been killed in the last year or so from Chief
Oh.
Less than a year, like 5.
Black and brown
Is that
coalition.
right? What's the youngest person to get killed from your neighborhood?
Munchie, Little Bird.
Munchie?
Yeah.
You get killed up on Shower?
Yeah, he was only 14.
Where were you when you got shot? Like this. I can't breathe. Where were you when you got shot? He was in the garage. Okay, here they are. Here they are. They're going to be getting in the ambulance.
This gang member and 2 buddies were smoking crack cocaine in a garage when a rival gang drove up and shot them. 20 minutes after these pictures were taken, Lorenzo Crosby was dead.
Oh,
Yo, I'm like, nigga, take him to the ambulance, dog. Fuck is y'all niggas doing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. They trying to make sure he don't got no weapons on him before they got him.
Man, I would have stripped ass nigga, dog. I ain't got shit on me, dog. I ain't trying to die, nigga. I'm like, look, cavity check myself, bro, right here.
Oh shit, man.
Hey, you trying to die or live, right? Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. When you in that state right there, shot up like that, man. And here's the thing, though. These guys, these cops see that shit all day long, as you can see with these niggas. They probably like desensitized to it, so they not acting urgently, man.
Gang drove up and shot them. 20 minutes after these pictures were taken, Lorenzo Crosby was dead.
Gang banging nowadays is way dangerous. Killing and shooting, and mothers getting took out, and brothers and sisters get killed. Ride by shooting, innocent bystanders get killed.
Charles Grimes, whose street name is Rock, joined a gang when he was 12 years old. Now, at age 20, he's in jail. Have you ever been the shooter in a drive-by shooting?
Yes, I have.
People get hurt?
I don't know. You don't stand to watch to find out. Just keep going.
This nigga look retarded.
Don't. Some people are bothered.
Go.
Some people don't. I've been about 4 or 5 times.
Why would you be involved in a drive-by shooting? What would cause you to want to drive by and fire at somebody?
Well, say for instance, one of my homeboys get killed, one of them gets shot up. Just retaliation.
Is it easy to pull the trigger on somebody?
Yeah, it's easy to just shoot and ride by. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's not really nothing to think about. You get all loaded and high. You just, I don't think I would ever do it in my right mind. I have to get real. I had to drink some beer and smoke some weed and stuff. I had to be intoxicated in order to go do something like that. Because if I'm in my right mind, I'd be called a party pooper or, you know what I'm saying?
Every day, 365 days in a year, when I step out the door, you see what I'm saying? And every time a car come by, I'm looking. Every time, it never fails. Every car looked at millions and millions of cars. We might have looked at more cars than anybody in this world because afraid of a motherfucker riding up and shooting us. You have to feel that way. If you don't live long around here. It's like we prepared ourselves to like die.
Harvey is a Crip gang leader from Compton, California.
And they got my brother right there.
Police now consider black gangs the most powerful and the most dangerous. Most teenagers still join gangs for social status or protection. They are known not just by their colors, but by intricate graffiti and hand signs which they use to identify their gang set.
Oh god, Junebug looking at.
We all is living a life.
Oh god.
Posing in a way, but it's like forced on us also. You understand me?
As the tattoos on his arm document, these so-called homeboys are willing to die for their gang.
Did that shit say BBC?
They choose.
Nigga got BBC on his arm. Yeah,
us in our own neighborhood.
The killing today is not over who will control the neighborhood turf, but who will control the neighborhood cocaine. There are more casualties because the stakes are much higher.
It's incredible the amount of money that's out there. A lot of these guys out there on the street that are selling, raw cocaine or crack, these guys are supporting their families. Some of these guys make more money than their parents make.
Man.
Eddie Allen is with Operation Safe Streets, a special unit of the Sheriff's Department that patrols gang neighborhoods in Los Angeles County.
There they go. Hey, Ron, you watch the car? I'm going to go around the other side. You the guy who ran the other night? No, it wasn't you.
Well, a lot of people on the street carrying beepers. You see a lot of people carrying beepers.
My brother's a doctor.
Your brother's a doctor, huh? Yeah, okay. Doctor what? Crack doctor?
Kids as young as 12 years old carry
Right,
beepers.
doctor.
They're connected to drug dealers with mobile phones who call them to make deliveries of crack cocaine. The dealers know that even if these kids are busted, they won't get any jail time because they're minors.
Today, there's not a black gang in the city or the county that's not involved in narcotics. So, you know, it's hand in hand. You know, when the narcotics dealers set up, you know, they just can't come into the area and start selling narcotics because the gang members won't allow it. They have to cut them in. And, you know, and by having gang members there, that gives the narcotic dealer an organization that's already set up to do business. You know why you're doing this? No?
I know why, but I wish not to even talk about it. What began as a disorganized crime network has quickly mushroomed into one of the most successful businesses in America. Last year alone, the Los Angeles Police Department confiscated more than 13,000 pounds of cocaine, with a street value estimated at more than $1.8 billion. And that's only a fraction of
That's what they confiscated.
What's on the street.
There are people that are fronting huge amounts of money. I'm talking about millions of dollars.
Lieutenant Bob Rukoff is head of criminal intelligence with the Los Angeles Police Department's CRASH program, a program to suppress gang activity.
Salute to Michael, man. He said you better get somewhere where they love you at, man. Yeah, salute, man. Yeah, man. These niggas fucked up LA, man. Goddamn Negroes, man. Make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat, man. Only place you're going to get this, man. Only place you're going to get the real, man. The real from what people saying in real time, man. Amongst your peers, man.
In the city.
I'm talking about a lot of people that are running around out there with sophisticated weapons that are providing security and protection for the money and the narcotics that's out there on the street. I'm talking about exporting this trafficking, not just throughout LA County or even Southern California, but all over the western half of the country. I'm talking about laundering money, investing it in a legitimate business to cover up the fact that it's been obtained illicitly, and moving tons of cocaine. And if that's not organized crime, then I'm not a cop.
Organized or not, like any other growing business, the gangs are now searching for new markets.
I heard a lot about Seattle, so I thought I'd take a trip out there to see how it was. LA has too much competition, you know. You got drug wars, you got gang wars, you got robberies, you got murders, you got all type of things happening. So you want to get away from all that and try to go way out somewhere where
Oh, this
you might
nigga
not
kind
see
of
so many
smart.
LA
Okay.
people.
Okay. He might have like an 86 IQ, maybe. It's a little above average. Not 85, 80, 85 and a half.
You want to see what the fuck they did to Seattle, man?
Man, they had Seattle popping too. I never heard about Seattle being look like that.
Man, they fucked up Seattle, man. They fucked Seattle up, man. Not saying Seattle is anywhere close. Nah, it ain't nothing close to that, man. But motherfuckers went over there, man. They fucked up Seattle, man. Everywhere niggas go, they fuck it up, man. Let me see if we can see some who's in the 1980s, man. In Seattle, man. See how far back they go with the Seattle bullshit.
King 5 News with Lori Matsukawa, Dennis Brown, Jeff Renner, First Alert Weather, and Paul Sylvie Sports. Number 1 in Western Washington, King 5 News at 11.
Concerned over recent gang shootings and murders, the Seattle Police Department has doubled its gang unit.
King 5 investigator Linda Byron spent 2 weekends riding with detectives to find out what it's really like on the street and how the gang turf is changing.
This is South End. This is Crip territory.
You can check on that disturbance. There's a group of 12 subjects.
Oh man.
It's a quiet July weekend in Seattle, then gunshots.
Here is semi-responsive. She is breathing. We have unconscious male bleeding from the head.
The shooting unfolds in the Central District, where gang rivalries run deep.
Another unit and a medic unit.
The female victim will survive, and it seems police will wrap this up quickly.
Right there, 13.
David 11.
They stop a carload of people with a man matching the description of the shooter.
We have the suspect, weapon recovered.
Police say he's a known gang member with a criminal history, but he will later be cleared of the shooting, arrested on another felony. But police say with gang violence escalating, they're seeing more episodes like this in public places.
Well, that's a pretty scary scenario. I mean, it's just that incident where there were numerous people on the street. So I think more than one shot was fired. That means bullets are going somewhere, and that always puts people at risk.
And they're just tagging up this house, this little area belongs to them.
With as many as 200 gangs now operating in King County, police say they have to do more than just respond to shootings. SPD doubled its gang unit this year and sends teams into gang-entrenched neighborhoods before the 911 call comes in.
We drive by in the park full of young men that might have been planning something, and maybe not tonight, we shouldn't do it tonight. There goes Cobain and Bobby. There goes the G unit.
It might surprise you where the G unit is showing up. A lesser-known role for these gang detectives is working the streets when the clubs let out. It's in places like Pioneer Square, where rival gangs sometimes cross paths with violent consequences.
How much time we got till park close? About
They
45.
turn this shit to LA.
By simply seeing and being seen, the detectives hope to calm potential conflicts.
So we're a deterrent because we're a presence, and we're proactive because we're here in case something happens.
The gang unit is even showing up at family-friendly events.
Look how you gotta do niggas, man. Like, it takes so much stuff. And here's the thing. All this BLM type motherfuckers and activists, they don't see none of this shit. They don't see these units and shit doing all this shit. They in a fucking house at night. You know what I mean? They just hear some nigga got his ass kicked by a cop somewhere and they want to go protest. But they don't see all the shit that the cops is doing to try to prevent that nigga from getting his ass kicked or getting shot. All the fathering. This is like parenting. They're parenting young black males like in mass. This is like mass parenting.
You gotta be these niggas chaperones, grown ass men.
You gotta have officers everywhere. You gotta have units, every unit for this, a unit for that.
The gang unit is even showing up at family-friendly events like the Bite of Seattle.
West Side Mafia, how you doing? What's up, man? How you doing? How's life treating you?
Detectives Miko Santiago and Don Waters stand out even in the crowds at Seattle Center.
And this is where rivals might want to meet up with each other in a neutral area, and then they start getting into fights and stuff out here.
There are no fights this year, but when the center clears out, these detectives don't clock out.
Come on, partner. 895. We're at 30 Bell with 3 under control.
Just blocks away in Belltown, they arrest a teen on a warrant and connect with a longtime gang member named Praise from the Rainier Valley.
You with a bunch of guys at the bite tonight.
It's not the first time they've met.
He's a gang member out of the south end of Seattle. Runs with a group called Down with the Crew.
It's a careful relationship built over years.
Officer Santiago, I respect him. He's never gave me a bum rap.
To us, Praise defends the gang lifestyle.
Every day I put my life on the line. They put their life on the line for me every single day.
That nigga sound like great.
Despite its high stakes.
We all gotta go. We don't die of old age. We don't expect old age or emphysema and bronchitis. We know what the risks are. We know.
And you're okay with
that? Why not?
It's not okay with the gang detectives who say their ultimate goal isn't another arrest, but convincing a gang member to get out.
You can't give up on him. You still talk to him and say, hey, why?
Yeah, I think that nigga fed, bro.
In Seattle, Linda Byron, King 5.
Look like Big That nigga an agent, bro.
Why you say that?
Like it look like it's going in like 10 years. It's gonna be a documentary on this nigga called infiltrating the Seattle Crips or some shit.
It's Seattle, man. He ain't like they not like, you know what I'm saying? It's Seattle. These the niggas in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
The niggas today in Seattle niggas probably done fucked it up enough to where they like niggas everywhere. But this is like the niggas that just like planted the seed down there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
News.
The gang problem is not just a big city problem. On the same night, we followed the shooting in Seattle Central area. There was a deadly shooting in Kent and a retaliation shooting in Renton. Police are working on a statewide database of suspected gang members.
Hey, man, it's fucked up. Like, look at the Seattle niggas nowadays, man, where the niggas like totally fucked the joint up in
Central District, you know.
Right on that Jack block. It's real historic, man.
South Holly Street.
We ain't friends, we family. So we're a little different when we come and get at you.
Street Mile, West Seattle.
He got on a jacket, sweater, and a sweater. We out here in the north end, man. We got everything out here, a little bit of everything you need. See that? Yeah, that's a big boy.
Black and Brown Coalition. Got the essays, got the niggas.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's a beautiful day out here in Seattle. I'm with my good people. They're gonna share their city.
What's going on, everybody? You tapped in with Hood Vlogs. I'm Tuda. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Seattle. I'm from South Seattle to be exact. But I'm gonna show y'all the whole city. You hear me? I'm gonna show you guys every section. I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of how we living out here. A lot of people don't even realize how cold to get out here, but it's, you know what I'm saying? They be getting cold out this motherfucker. They be thinking.
See, they got a different energy than them. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They not like grizzled like niggas that been, you know what I'm saying? Had this city niggerfied for 50, 60 years. You know
Yeah, these niggas definitely like if you go up north somewhere, like they look at these niggas like they some goofies, bro.
Oh hell yeah, DC nigga, a DC nigga come take this whole joint on, and a regular nigga from like Southeast or like somewhere like that, a cold there, and he'll take the whole fucking shit over or get killed.
It can be raining, but you gotta put on your coat out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? But yeah,
nigga in his mom's basement.
It's a little spot right here. It's my little studio. You know what I'm saying? These are my niggas.
That nigga got bro like.
It's my brother Tove. Been on this nigga since high school. It's my nigga Reek right here. Same shit. Been on this nigga since school day.
man.
This my Cuddy right here. C-Stacks, man. Real legend. What it saying, what it do. My nigga humble, but he a real legend in the city. You know what I'm saying? It's the nigga that really one of the pioneers of the city for real. This nigga done brought Jacker through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So what else you doing with this music shit?
Man, I've been fucking around for a minute, you feel me? Real nigga though. Shit. All the above, you feel me? I do it all, man. Man of many hats, you know what I'm saying? But as far as this Seattle shit, it's what I represent. So man, I'm glad you came out here to fuck with us so we can give you a real look at how it really is though. Cause I done seen a couple of these little vlog shit slide through and shit, but they talking to people that don't even matter, you feel me? So it's like we're gonna be able to show you the real deal and show you why it's such a great state, why people from other places want to come here and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Show you niggas some people I've been working with over the past couple years and shit. When I first got this house, I made this little board and shit just to have all the artist signage and shit when they come through. I was actually able to develop, you know what I'm saying, relationships with these niggas too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like relationships really go a long way. More than the music, more than the money, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about building connections and building relationships all across this motherfucker, all across the nation. I be in Ohio, I be in DC, I be in Cali a lot, AZ, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas done seen me all over this motherfucker.
Moving and groovy, you feel me? Get to it.
When you come into the South, man, you gotta stop at the Sewer Park store, man, a little corner store. My Asian partner in there be hooking up the chicken, man. This shit fucking fire. If you know, you know. If you don't know, nigga, you out the loop. You need to get in the loop, nigga. This shit is us. Nigga, been here for hella though. You know what I'm saying? I've been coming here for a little bit. Seattle really like that though. You know what I'm saying? Seattle got hella little corner stores and gas stations, and the Asian people be in there running them shits, and they be cooking some bomb ass chicken, some bomb ass food. There's
Tell me where I heard this story before.
right now.
Central District, you know.
Right on that Jack block. It's real historic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get some more of it, man. For them boys right there on the corner.
Yeah, that's regular. You know, SPD out this motherfucker. They outside, we be outside. This where they had to stay when they had the red lining and all that shit. So everybody had to. This was the.
Oh my God! Come on, dog.
There we go.
Redlining was the smartest thing white people ever did. Press 1, man. Shout out to Kimberly Ashcraft, man. She say still the best channel on YouTube. Yeah, man. Take the five. Salute to Kimberly, man. Kimberly coming through steady, man. Take the $5 challenge, man. Support the channel, man. This is nowhere else, man. Nowhere else, man. And these niggas got access to all this shit. The Gun Memorial, goddamn Negroes from Negro Land. They got access to all that shit. They just don't show it. You did? They might not know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They might not know what to do with Hezekiah News. The niggas got access to this shit. It's on. I don't know.
These niggas be out there 50, 60 years old still talking the same bullshit.
Yeah. Red line. This nigga talking about red line. The red line is white people. Y'all need to red line. Y'all need to bring red lining back.
Right now.
Central District, you know. Right on that
Black
Jack
line
block.
and chocolate.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't even.
Get some more of it, man. For them boys right there on the corner.
Like,
yeah, that's
I look at these niggas right here. That's everybody got their little coat, the North Face, their trendy stuff. But I know one thing: if one of their baby mothers came up and asked for $50, that'll ruin their day.
Right,
their whole day will be ruined if baby mother came up and asked for $50.
Need pamper money.
Yeah, I need some diapers. I need a box of diapers, man. That nigga whole day will be fucked up. Man, he can of weed, man. I was gonna go get some weed, man. Man. Nigga fucked up off that $50, man.
Ain't smoking the 7 today.
Telling you, man.
Regular, you know, SPD out this motherfucker. They outside, we be outside. This where they had to stay when they had the red lining and all that shit. So everybody had to. This was the ghetto. This where everybody was. For this big buildings and all this gentrified. This where everybody had to stay. This where you could go get your little cup of sugar from the other house down the street. You know that culture, the black culture, that type of shit. You feel me? That every city had back in the day, the 90s, the early 2000s, all that shit. This where that was at. You feel me? All the black
sugar and shit.
Shit, our little league football team is named after the Black Panthers, the Central District Panthers. You know, we right here.
Jesus Christ. Yo, niggas are the worst, bro. That black culture shit.
Get the nigger outfication. That's instead of gentrification, get the nigger outfication.
Jesus Christ.
My mom was passing sugar around and shit.
Type shit.
Here in the Central District on the south side, South Jackson Street. You feel me? A block over that way is the east side. I think niggas wasn't even able to move out of this side of town till like 1969 or something. It was some shit like that. And before that, everybody, a lot of people's grandparents came up here to work for like Boeing, the planes and shit, Boeing, the planes, the Navy.
That's some good jobs.
Fucking the planes up. Got the planes falling out the air and shit. Y'all niggas ain't qualified.
All the shit like that. So, you know, it's just, you know, there's still smokers out here and shit like that, but it's just, you know, and now it's weird. It's like, you know, you might see somebody walking a dog, white people jogging.
That shit weird, man.
The 5-0 going past with some crackheads and a shooting.
Walking dogs and shit. That shit weird, man.
Yeah, that shit weird, man.
Niggas walking dogs and shit, man. What has the world come to, man?
It's all clean and shit around here and shit, man. They got trash cans on every corner, man. But,
I even saw a recycling bin. I was like, what? I was like, come on, man, this some Buster shit, man.
yeah, man.
Some new age city shit. This shit like every other ghetto I've been to. Niggas thugging, taking care of the babies, trying to make it out.
Man, it's like 30 degrees out this motherfucker, so hella niggas ain't outside, but you know, shit is still the same shit that go on. You feel me? On a day, nigga gonna damn near have to bring you back out here in a
No, we
couple
don't
months
feel
or
you.
something. You gonna see this parking.
Yo, that is true, bro. All West Coast niggas sound the same to me too, bro.
Right?
They all got that same like that cadence, bro.
Proper, yeah, it's like a proper. They talk, yeah, it's like they sound like they proper, but they still
Proper
Negroes.
hood.
Yeah.
They still Negroes. It's just the way they talk.
I look a whole lot different. We done seen it all right here on this parking lot, man.
Historical.
You feel me? Rest in peace to my
Urban,
little bro.
whatever.
One of my little bros passed in this parking lot.
Oh my god, not a
Look up the history of Jackson Street, man.
You feel me?
12th and Jackson, where you know jazz in Seattle, from your favorite artists, from Ray Charles, whoever you could think about. You know what I'm saying? They was at the Black and Tan on 12th and Jackson. I don't want to miss.
E equal MC squared. Ask some niggas the math problems. What you mean there? What?
Yeah, it's a little bit different in LA though. This is LA, like Buster ass Mark. This is like more high pitched.
Yeah.
Joint.
Yeah.
Man, Jimmy motherfucking Hendrix come from right here, man.
Quincy
You know what
Jones.
I mean? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones. Nigga, who else, man? Nigga, Bruce Lee, nigga, beat your mama and your big homie up.
But Jackson
Man,
is a
who the-
thoroughfare, man. This is where people come all for the blues era. This is where they came and popped their shit, man. There's speakeasies and all that up and down here, man. They're coming here doing their thing, you know.
Central District. Tell them about that. Tell them our history, man.
God,
Our history ain't no mystery.
Oh god, here we go.
I had to start back in the 60s, man. I'm born and raised on 25th and Howell. Went to Meany, Madrona, TT Minor, chased by bullies, by dogs, but we didn't hang ourselves and shit. You beat me up, I beat you up. Okay, you won, all right. And you got the, because he keep beating you up, then okay, that's your fault. Nigga, leave it alone. You lost. It don't make you a bad person. It don't make you a bad person,
This is
man.
going about 20,
It makes
30
you
years.
stronger.
Yeah, man. You know, I see hood boxes in the hood, man. Right, baby, in the motherfucking P from Cherry Block, man. We keeping this shit lit, man. You dig what I'm saying? You're over here with the P's and G's. You dig what I'm talking about? Stop playing, you know?
Over
Big
here.
shit over here, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. Had to come tap in with my niggas from the Central District, man.
Central, South End, West, the whole town, man. We fucking with it.
Gotta let everybody get that shine on, you know what I'm saying? There's so much talent.
We're on South Holly Street. It's real frosty out here right now, so nigga bundled up.
All them niggas, it'd be funny because they look the same as other niggas, but they sound like
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Nigga, you feel me? You see the breath out of
It's
you see everybody's breath.
It's
nigga.
freezing right
Really
now.
just shit, we be out, man. Just to start stomping grounds.
Holly ain't just a hood, it's family. All these niggas right here, they all my family. Our mamas and sisters. That's my brother, that's my son. That's family. Got babies by my cousin Carrie, my cousin. We real bloodline. So y'all know how that shit go. You don't come playing with family. We ain't friends, we family. So we're a little different when we come and get at you. Just know that. All right. This right here.
60 years
Those
old.
who know, they know. Right? 4507. Authentic.
Niggas came up with if a nigga came up with a 6-shooter right now, his ass couldn't run a half a block.
This is the Holly
Shit,
House, bro.
2-step.
This is where it all went down at. This is where we come from. This is the foundation. This is where it started from.
Hey, nigga from Seattle, man. They'll tell you about this, man. You feel me? We with all that here.
Yo, I wasn't expecting that, man. I wasn't expecting that.
This, man, you feel me? We with all that here, huh? But yeah, man, that's where niggas started at, man. From the pub to hell, man.
That nigga definitely a
We all got
stepper,
our
dog.
aspect in
Listen
this
to his voice,
motherfucker.
bro.
Man,
You
you
gotta
coming
be a
right here and
stepper if
smack
you
us on the
sound
head
like
up with
that,
your
bro.
cousin. Head on. You both got y'all pass. Go head on right
That's
now.
another thing about
That's how that
this
shit go, man.
this block. A lot of us is family, blood related, so we stuck with each other regardless, no matter what happens.
It's a family thing.
Niggas be
Like these
stuck.
niggas are saying, this is my cousin right here. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are born into this shit. Ain't got no choice
Real
but
shit.
to be a part of
Real
it. You know
shit.
what I'm
Y'all
saying?
see, this is my daddy.
But
This is
nigga,
my
come
great
on.
grandpa's house. My great grandpa. This is my Ruda.
I thought he
It
playing
wasn't
at that nigga like,
his
yo,
house,
this
but
my
we know he
dad right here. I was
type
about to
shit.
say, what the fuck?
They rocking the North Face shit up there, man. They
Yeah,
like
they on Northeast heavy up there.
10, 15 years ago. That was DC. Yeah, that's probably when last North Face. They 10, 15 years behind, man.
Feel me? This is really where it come from. These is really my family members. We got a big family, and really all came and started from this house. I got that shit tatted on 4507. Where we at right now? 4507. That shit deeper than
You see the
deeper
watch,
than this
man.
earth. Oh
Like
yeah,
I told
man.
you, man, niggas get
We
money
playing
out
with
here.
a lot of
Big
that
ass
shit,
rollie.
man.
Money city.
We playing with a lot of that.
A lot of niggas get watches from robbing niggas, man. Don't believe that shit. Them niggas ain't paying $45,000.
That is true. That's very true.
Most of the niggas I know got watches. They robbed somebody or bought it from somebody who robbed somebody. Niggas ain't walking up in the Torino store and shit or the fucking Movado store and be like, "Oh, show me your new line of watches." Nah, nigga, y'all niggas.
Seattle's most hated, but we can't be faded. Don't come down here playing with it because you gonna miss it.
You looking for 44 niggas? We over here, man. Been over here. Been shooting big videos, big sessions, big block parties, big barbecues. Yeah.
We going down over here though too though.
We barbecue.
Nigga,
We be barbecuing on the sidewalk, nigga. That's how you know we be outside so much. Niggas barbecue. Niggas live through here all
We
their
be
life.
cooking wings and shit, man.
Safe environment.
We cooking big baby back ribs, big wings, big corn on the cob, on a big grill. Ain't no Buster shit over here.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, boy. God.
Everywhere you look, there's some niggas.
Right, everywhere you go.
Wow.
Irving police, with help from local and federal authorities, arrested 8 young people for buying and selling illegal gun modifications.
The group is accused of obtaining so-called Glock switches from China.
Black and Brown Coalition. Back at
Wow. Switches from China.
yo, look at that nigga on the. Yeah, that nigga right there, bro. What the
He a whole fucking Chicano, man. That nigga ain't man.
Yo, but wait, whoa. You see that glider chick on the next to him? What the fuck? That shit just fucked my head up.
She a glider mixed with Mexican, like, bro.
Yeah, she probably, yep.
And then
Everybody
using
else.
social media to show them off and to sell modified weapons. These arrests are tied to a larger operation to get these illegal switches off the streets. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager live in Irving with the story. Peyton.
Heather, this investigation began back in September. Irving detectives learned that one of the suspects was staying in Irving, and then they learned this group had an operation
That's my girl
spanning
right there,
across North Texas, from Fort Worth to Arlington to Seagoville.
You gonna have us a Patrick
Ranging in
Mahomes one
ages
day.
from 17 to 22 now face federal and state charges after Irving police say they were illegally distributing machine gun conversion devices known as Glock switches. Glock switches can allow firearms to mimic fully automated weapons. For example, an Irving police officer demonstrates the danger of these illegal but easily obtainable switches.
Our investigators found
That's worse than the machine gun, man. Like a machine gun is like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna like spit the shit at you, but it's like you know what's coming. Like a nigga pull that out and just like, what the fuck just happened?
Nah, for real.
What just happened, dog?
of these illegal but easily
This is
obtainable
slow
switches.
motion. This is in slow motion, dog.
Legal but easily obtainable switches.
Our investigators found a distribution site on social media.
Officer Anthony Alexander is talking about these posts on Instagram. Dozens of switches advertised for sale by 17-year-olds, according to police. Firearms were also pictured. Plus, these are screenshots from an October music video uploaded online showing who police say is 17-year-old Caden Martinez holding multiple weapons. Investigators say the group purchased the switches from China and had them shipped to North Texas.
Wow.
That's why we're seeing an influx of them on the street. I mean, it's almost as easy as ordering a package from Amazon.
Irving police, posing as buyers, caught the suspects making the transactions. Since September, police recovered nearly 40 switches and 4 firearms sold through social media.
Yo, that shit's spin, dog. God damn.
I would want that off the street.
Jeez.
So I wouldn't have to deal with this shit. You feel me? like fuck. I would be
Those secret
scared.
weapons.
They
Jeez.
don't
Weapons
have that.
from China.
Cops don't have switches. So cops, our man, like if a cop come up against these niggas, he's shooting, you know, pop, 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 he squeezing each time. These motherfuckers got an advantage on the cops if they want to really get it cracking with the cops.
Multiple departments, including Arlington PD, Fort Worth PD, Dallas PD, Garland PD, along with ATF and Homeland Security, helped arrest all 8 last week. More
T-Move switches.
They got the T-Move switch there. I wonder how much these shits cost. How much for a T-Move switch?
They on T-Move, they probably go $5.
$20. He said $5.
switches,
$5.
weapons, drugs, and money were found while executing search warrants.
We were only able to buy so many, so I would imagine that some unfortunately did make it out onto the street. So this is still a problem that's ongoing.
An 18-year-old out of
Yo, you catch a op lacking, bro, it's over, dog. God damn. And that shit is spinning like, was that even 2 seconds, bro? God damn.
You out of there. And then here's the thing. You spit that at him, right? He's out of there, bro.
It's over. It's a rat, bro. You get hit with a switch, bro. God damn.
Yo, especially if you moving. If you still, maybe it ain't gonna all go through the same hole.
Jeez.
If you moving, that's you out of there, Jack. That's a finito, dog. You done.
An 18-year-old out of Haltom City pleaded guilty in federal court a few months ago. He was seen on social media randomly opening fire out of a moving vehicle using a switch-equipped handgun. His conviction was part of the statewide federal initiative called Operation Texas.
And he get a bond, and then he go to trial in 4 years, and then man, Congo that nigga, man.
Kill switch. Irving police launched its own very similar initiative based off this group of suspects. They called it Operation Real Switch.
And if these suspects are convicted, they could face up to 10 years in a federal prison. Since Irving police has posted about this Operation Real Switch, they have
10 years? That's it?
Received tips from the public of other people in the area engaging in the same activity. So that investigation.
That's it. Up to 10 years, man. Shit, man. Them niggas ain't gonna stop doing that shit. That ain't enough time, man.
Yo, for real, yo. America need to create a little penal colony in the Congo, bro. Just send all the niggas over there when they get caught up.
See if you really talk.
Just get them niggas the fuck out of here.
Oh shit. I remember
A
this.
19-year-old man who survived a 2021 school shooting was shot and killed last night in the parking lot of an Arlington apartment complex.
Remember this? The little boy said he was getting bullied, and he came into school and shot the nigga in class. The nigga came in his class and beat him up, and he pulled out a gun and shot him. And then turned out that the nigga was his family was like he was getting bullied. That's why he shot the guy. And it turned out the dude was like a drug dealer and shit, and a motherfucking shooter. He was a straight shooter, straight savage, but his family tried to pretend like he was getting bullied. You don't remember that? But the nigga did whoop him. The nigga whooped him before he pulled out this was what was his name? Timothy something? This was
Complex. Good evening, I'm Steve.
I did this story extensively, man, when it happened.
A 19-year-old man who survived a 2021 school shooting was shot and killed last night in the parking lot of an Arlington apartment complex. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes. Detectives are now searching for the shooter. Fox 4's Alex Boyer live at the Arlington Police Department. Alex.
Hey guys, and at this point, Arlington police say that there is no evidence linking those two shootings, but a spokesperson added that it's early on in the investigation and they're not ruling anything out. Now, on Monday, shortly before 6 p.m., officers responded to an apartment complex in the 2400 block of Laurelwood Drive to investigate a reported shooting. When officers arrived on scene, they located 19-year-old Zacchaeus.
Yeah, he beat the shit out. The boy who shot him got 12 years. He doing 12 years in prison, but he survived that day. He survived that shooting that day.
Selby lying in the parking lot with a gunshot wound. He was taken to a local hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. Now, residents told officers that they heard arguing prior to hearing gunshots but didn't see the shooting itself. A motive for the shooting is unclear, and currently there is no suspect information. Detectives have not ruled out what they call high-risk activity.
We use that term to describe any illicit activity. What that could be is drug sales, sales of anything, illegal contraband, anything like that. So we do believe that it's related to that kind of activity. We're just not prepared to explain what that is until we complete our investigation. So we're looking for witnesses. We're getting warrants for cell phones and canvassing the area for any ring type video, doorbell video, to see what we can find. And right now we're still in the process of doing all of that.
Selby was one of the individuals injured during the 2021 shooting at Mansfield Timberview High School. Prosecutors said he was shooter Tiffany Simpkins' intended target. He and another.
He mopped that. Like you can't see the whole joke, but he
was shooter Tiffany Simpkins' intended target. He and another student were wounded, along with a teacher. That shooting happened after Simpkins and Selby got into a fight that started in a classroom and then spilled out into the hallway. Simpkins was convicted of attempted capital murder and later a separate charge of unlawfully bringing a weapon to school. Days before the shooting, he's serving a concurrent 12-year sentence for both crimes. And again, at this point, investigators say that there is no evidence linking those two crimes. If you have any information about this shooting that happened yesterday.
Dang.
And he said, Mama, I've been shot.
Those were the tears and the heartache when Zacchaeus Selby's family learned he'd been shot at Timberview High School more than 3 years ago. The result of this fight that left 3 people, including a teacher, injured. Zach Selby, shot multiple times, was critically injured, but he would recover. Fellow student Timothy Simpkins eventually found guilty of attempted capital murder and sentenced to 12 years in prison.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Timothy George Simpkins, guilty.
But then Monday evening, just before 6 o'clock, Arlington police responded to a shooting at the 2400 block of Laurelwood Drive. They found a 19-year-old man with a gunshot wound in an apartment complex parking lot. It was Zach Selby again. This time, he did not survive.
Key part of this investigation is what he was doing there and why. And we're still kind of ironing some of those things out to try to determine what caused all this.
Selby's family said they weren't ready to comment, but Mansfield ISD issued a statement saying they are saddened to learn of the death of former student Zach Selby and are committed to supporting members of the Timberview High School family who were touched by this loss. Arlington police continue to look for suspects. No arrests have been made. A motive for the shooting is unclear, but they don't know if it is connected to the shooting at Timberview High School more than 3 years ago.
We are going to go where the facts lead us, and if it leads us down that road, then perhaps we'll let you guys know. But at this time, we don't think that it's related in any way.
In Arlington, I'm Kevin Reese.
Wow. Wow. Any final thoughts, man?
Keep your head on a swivel. Avoid these these niggas, because they can ruin your day and possibly your life. Stay away from them. Far away from them.
Save Black Time, save Black Channel. Out of here. Peace out. Hold, let me holler at you. I gotta holler at you right quick though.
All right.